Okay, good afternoon. We are on the record for Thursday afternoon's criminal docket for October 21st, 2021. I'm going to start with a plea number 34 on the court's docket. And that is CR 20-05472-I, the state of Texas versus Ruben Salazar II. Announcements?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Hector Hernandez Jr. present with Mr. Salazar. He's here behind me.
Okay. And is he ready for a plea today?
He is, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Ramirez, you can verify that you've received the paperwork?
I have, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Salazar, if I can please have you raise your right hand. Do you swear, sir, that the testimony that you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am. The whole truth.
All right. You may lower your hand. Ms. Wellborn, if you can't hear him, if he's too far, let us know, okay? Now, in CR 20-05472-I, the state of Texas versus Ruben Salazar II, is that your true and correct name, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
You're before the court charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. A Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Sir, do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. You also have a right to an attorney and the right to a trial by jury, but you can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document with the court. Did you have an opportunity to review that document with your attorney before signing it?
Yes, I did.
And did you understand that when you signed that document, you were waiving your right to a trial by jury, sir?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Then the court will accept your waiver of trial by jury. Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, never.
Counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Then the court will make a finding that Mr. Salazar is competent and able to assist his attorney in his own defense. Mr. Salazar, do you understand that if the punishment that I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, you will need this court's permission if you decide to file an appeal?
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
Do you understand that the court does not have to accept the recommendation of the state today?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, at this time, I need to ask you, Mr. Salazar, are you a U.S. Citizen?
Yes, I am.
Okay, then in CR 20-05472-I, in the state of Texas versus Ruben Salazar II, to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
I plead guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the court will accept your plea as being freely and voluntarily given. I will call for state's evidence at this time.
Yes, state offers plea documents and offense reports as state's exhibit number 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as state's exhibit 2, waiver of article 39.14 disclosures as state's exhibit 3, and waiver of risk and needs assessment as state's exhibit 4. See, state would also request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence has been e-filed is sufficient evidence to corroborate the plea of guilty. And state would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court.
No objections, so agreed and stipulated as to all matters.
There being no objections from defense counsel as to the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. In cause number CR 20-05472-I, in the state of Texas versus Ruben Salazar II, it is a judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. What is the state's recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor, it's a $300 fine plus court cost, plus an alcohol class, plus 180 days probated over 10 months, plus the mobile alcohol monitoring device for the full 10 months, plus 90-day Texas driver's license suspension, plus 25 community service hours.
Okay, Mr. Hernandez, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
That is our understanding of the agreement, Your Honor, and we thank the state for working with us. However, we do have one request. Respectfully, on behalf of my client, Your Honor, this is his first DWI. We've asked for consideration on the length of term that he would have the mobile device. If not the full term, Your Honor, we would respectfully ask for half the term, which is normal by most standards for probation.
Okay, and Mr. Salazar, are you working at this time?
Not working in the moment, but I should be working in a few days.
Okay, so you do have a job lined up?
Yeah. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
they should be calling me from North Carolina, so I don't know. I don't know if I can go or just find a local.
Okay, Defense Counsel, are you requesting for condition G to be waived?
For purposes, so that he can travel, Your Honor, for work, respectfully, that's exactly what we'd ask for, a waiver on that.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grant Defense Counsel's request. I'm going to order that the mobile alcohol monitoring device be obtained within 48 hours, 48 business hours of today's date. It'll be put on for 5 months. The fine and the court costs will be paid within 90 days. His 90-day Texas driver's license suspension will run concurrent with any administrative suspension by DPS. His CSR hours will be waived only if he is fully employed. If he is not employed, then I am ordering him to meet with Mrs. Trejo, the employment specialist. So if that job doesn't come through for you within the next 14 days, you are to meet with Ms. Trejo,
Yes, ma'am.
because you will have to start paying on those court costs and the fines, and you'll have your probation fee.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
will grant your request to travel for work outside of Hidalgo County,
Thank you.
and the rest of the recommendation I will follow.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your time and consideration. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome, gentlemen. Y'all have a good day.
Likewise.
Thank you.
May we be excused, Your Honor.
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll go ahead and start letting people in from the waiting room.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon, sir. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are already on the record. We are now live streaming on YouTube. I am asking you to please stay on mute until it is your turn to be called. If you have a quick announcement, please signify by using the raise your hand reaction button. And a quick announcement is either you have not been able to contact your client, you are needing to reschedule today's arraignment for whatever reason, or something short like that, not that you're ready for your arraignment. And also just to remind you, although we are virtual, this is a court of law. Therefore, please be mindful of the dress code, no caps, no chewing gum, no tank tops. Please do not be taking us to the facilities, no smoking. That's one I've been having to say lately. Please be respectful of the court as I will be respectful of you as well. So let me start with the quick announcements. Attorney Mauro Reina.
Judge, mine is going to be an arraignment, Your Honor, so whenever you're ready.
Okay, sir. Attorney Alberto Osorio.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm here on number 57 on the court's criminal docket, the state of Texas versus Gualberto Cantu. Judge, this is a POM PTD case. However, my announcement, Your Honor, is that we're having technical difficulties getting the paperwork back from my client. He is in Laredo, Judge. So just respectfully requesting a little bit more time just to get that ironed out, Your Honor, so that we can go ahead and plea him out next court date.
Okay, and is Mr. Cantu present?
I did see his name on the list of participants, Your Honor.
Okay, Gualberto Cantu, can you please announce yourself? Gualberto Cantu.
When I leave, turn it back on.
Can you point him out to me?
Excuse me, Your Honor, I do see somebody waving Gualberto Cantu on my second screen.
And he has the name?
Yes, ma'am.
It looks blurred.
Okay, I don't have anybody by that name on my second screen.
I see his list.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Is he English speaking or Spanish speaking?
He speaks English, Your Honor. He speaks both. I've been able to communicate with him in English, though, Judge. So he should be
Mr.
okay.
Mr. Cantu, can you hear me? If you can hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. Let the record reflect that the defendant is present for today's hearing. And Mr. Osorio, how much time are you requesting?
Your Honor, maybe a week, 2 weeks.
Okay. Let me see. I think, do we still have room on the November 2nd?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it'll be November 2nd at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, you're
If
both.
that's all I have before this honorable court, may I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank
Judge.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Attorney Richard Gonzalez,
Good afternoon, Judge.
good afternoon.
Judge, I have number 60 and 61 on the docket.
Okay, that's CR 21-11483-I, CR 21-05571-I, State of Texas versus Lori Ann Lopez. Is Ms. Lopez present?
She should be, Judge. I just talked to her a little while ago.
Okay, Ms. Lopez, can you please announce yourself? I don't see anybody by that name. I can recall you, and I do need her to be present because it's come to my attention that she never obtained her mobile device within the
Okay.
time that I ordered. So
Okay,
if-
Judge. Let me text her again. I don't know why she's not on.
It says she's connecting to audio, Your Honor. She's on the third page on my end.
Okay, I see her trying to connect to audio as well. If you want to call her and see if she's having issues, and then I can recall you.
Okay, not a problem, Judge.
Okay. All right, Attorney Dalinda Garcia.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm here on number 15 on your docket, Judge. Carlos Jimenez Jr. is CR 21-06 619-I. And Judge, we need a little bit more time. This is going to be a PTD. He's got all the paperwork ready to sign. He's just trying to get all the supporting documents together so that we can turn in the app to the DA's office, Judge.
Okay, well, he's here today for arraignment. So it's not a status hearing.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, so I'm gonna arraign everybody.
Okay, that's fine, Judge. Not a
I'm
problem.
just making quick announcements. If they need resets or if they haven't been able to get a hold of their client or those short announcements, but arraignments we will take up shortly.
No problem. We'll wait for the arraignment, Judge.
Thank you. Attorney Charles Banker. Mr. Banker. Mr. Banker, can you hear me?
Yes, Judge, sorry.
Okay, what number are you on the court docket?
Judge, I'm on number 37. It's Mr. Sergio Sosa. I had filed a motion to substitute counsel on this a couple weeks ago, and it hadn't been granted. Patrick Nitch was the attorney.
Okay, that's
On that,
CR21.
I'd like to see if you could just sign that substitution for me, and then we could certainly arraign him today.
Okay, CR21-04243-I, is Mr. Sosa present?
Yes, he is. I saw him on the.
Yes,
on-
Your Honor.
Okay, can my staff check to see if Mr. Banker's motion for substitution was accepted by the clerk's office?
Yes, ma'am, it's in your queue.
Okay, so the order granting is in my queue. I'll sign off on it. And so therefore your motion for substitution is granted. So stand by for arraignment, please.
Judge, what time do you think you'll call on arraignment? I've got another case. I'm on Zoom right now also.
I'd
Just
say
want to
about 10, less than 10 minutes, but either way, I'm sure I'm going to be doing it in groups. People always pop on, so just check with us.
I will, Judge. I certainly will. Thank you.
All right. Attorney Rudy Moreno?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I got number 16 on your docket.
Okay, CR 21-07028-I, the state of Texas versus Noe Laralde, Larralde.
Yes, Your Honor. Rudy Moreno, Judge, he's present in my office. He's present here in my office. Judge, I was going to ask for a reset date, Judge. We've already spoken to the DA's office. It's going to be a bust down. The case will be dismissed after a couple forms are signed and some fines are paid. So asking we can just reset this matter and hopefully before the next setting, this will be off your docket forever.
Okay, so, but he still hasn't been arraigned.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna do today is arraign him.
Okay,
Unless he
Judge.
has a device, I'll allow you to go ahead and do a waiver of arraignment.
Okay, no, he has no device, Your Honor.
Okay, so just have him stand by and I'll take him up shortly.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Bravo?
Yes, Your Honor, it's number 59 on the court's docket. State of Texas versus Jorge Artemio Martinez Dominguez.
CR 191518-I.
Your Honor, I was asking on this case, just asking for a week or two. He was set to plead today, Your Honor. However, there was an issue. He did come in, did execute documents. I think there was an issue on the thumbprint, so the clerk didn't accept the judgment. I did call. The family indicated that he's currently at work, Your Honor, so I would be asking for a 1 or 2 week reset, Judge.
Okay, and is Mr. Dominguez present?
He's not present, Your Honor. My information is that he's at work.
Okay, and why isn't he present? I mean, he had even though his plea was rejected.
I know. I agree, Judge. I've informed him that for the family member that answered the phone that nice I would more than likely be ordered.
I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, he's here?
Yes, okay. Ms. Soto, do you have a report on his alcohol monitoring device?
Yes, Judge, he has his mobile device with Lifesaver and there's no violations.
Okay, Mrs. Dominguez, can I have a phone number for you, please?
Yes, 956-598-0163.
Okay, I have November 2nd at 1:30. Mr. Bravo.
Will do. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you.
Okay, Attorney Lauro Trejo.
Good afternoon, Judge. I have number 55 and number 56 on your docket. This is the jail cases. Caleb Wells.
Okay, the jail has not logged in.
He's staying at Brooks County, Your Honor. We were going to
Okay.
ask for a reset for a plea date. I'm signing him up tomorrow. I've requested him to be brought to Hidalgo County so I can sign him up.
Okay, if you have issues with him being transferred, let us know, because then that means that we also have to submit the email as well to the sergeant asking for the assistance on the transfer. So just keep us posted. I do have November 2nd at 1:30. Will that work?
Yes, Your Honor, that'll work.
Okay,
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. May I be excused?
you certainly may. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, I believe your client has already been able to connect. Lori Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me recall those cases, CR 21-11483-I and CR 21-05571-I. Ms. Lopez, I had ordered you to obtain a mobile alcohol monitoring device by October 13th, 2021, ma'am. Did you obtain that device?
Ma'am, it was my mistake because I misunderstood. I barely started working last week on Wednesday at Whataburger. I didn't have the money for the device, and from what I was told, that once you had signed that those 48 hours were gonna be like started, and I didn't know when it was that you were gonna sign. I thought I would be informed, but it was my mistake for not asking. But to be honest, didn't have that money. I get my first check tomorrow, and if you want proof of that, I can give you proof of that. And also when I started working, because when I had got out of county, I didn't have a job before and after. I just got this job last week, and I didn't have the money for that, and I also don't have a vehicle. So I'm struggling right now because I have 3 kids and I'm a single mom. My mom works, well, it depends the shifts that she works, but she's the one that takes me to work and picks me up, and we're struggling with that right now with the vehicle, and I have mine in the shop, so I'm trying to get that fixed as well. But yeah, so I get paid tomorrow is my first check.
Ms. Soto, were you gonna say something? I'm sorry, ma'am.
No, Judge, I was gonna say that I did email her the information and the day of the court, and she did respond that she received it. And I have been trying to get a hold of her, and she hasn't responded to my phone calls or emails.
Okay, Ms. Lopez, whenever
Yes.
you receive an email from the probation department or a phone call from them, you're expected to answer.
Ma'am,
Because-
I know.
Stop. Okay, it's not, you have your children to think about, and you're trying to get your feet on the ground. And you're not going to be doing anybody any good being incarcerated, Ms. Lopez.
No, I know, ma'am.
Don't talk, okay? So this is going to be your final opportunity to obtain that device. It's a mobile alcohol monitoring device. So I understand that you've been having to ask for rides, and I understand that it's probably difficult to get to work and to try to get, to try and go and obtain that device, but you have to get it done. Your freedom depends on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to be staying on the outside, then you need to get that. If not, then just strike a plea deal, talk to your attorney, and serve your time. But I don't think that's what you want for your children.
No, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, the emails, I did.
Mr. Gonzalez, I think you're gonna have to talk to your client about, I said for her not to talk, okay?
Yeah, no, I understand. Ms. Lopez, just don't say anything from here on out.
Anything you say can be used against you, so just stop. Look, I'm empathetic for your situation, and I understand, okay? But also, I'm also responsible for the safety of the community as well. And the last thing that I want is for you to do something that endangers someone or endangers yourself. I don't want that. So we need to follow the rules, and you need to follow the rules. You have to follow your bond conditions as well. So I'm going to tell you again, you have until Monday to get this device. If you don't get this device by Monday, I'm going to order for you to come to the courthouse in person, and then you will be incarcerated. So on Monday, by Monday, you have tomorrow, you have time to cash your check. You can go on Monday, and by Monday, you need to get this device. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
This is your last chance. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do we still have slots open on the 28th in the afternoon?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so she's gonna come in on 10/28 at 1:30. Or she's gonna come on. If she doesn't have it by then, Mr. Gonzalez, and I show that she's still violating the court's order, I'll order for her to come in person, and you can do your part by Zoom, okay?
Okay, Judge, not a problem.
All right, thank you. Ms.
Thank you,
Lopez,
Judge.
what's your
Maybe
phone
excused?
number? Hold on, Ms. Lopez, what's your phone number?
956-405-5250.
Okay. All right, okay, have a good day. You are temporarily excused until next Thursday.
Thank you, Your
Okay,
Honor.
ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Covarrubias, sit up,
Yes, ma'am.
sit up, okay? All right, Attorney Lydia Mount.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have number 30 on the court's docket, Eric Reyna. I did see him on the screen.
Okay, Mr. Reina, can you please announce yourself? Eric Reina? Do you see if he's connected to audio?
He's got the mute button on. Eric, you need to unmute the button.
Okay, yes.
There you go. Okay, that is CR 20-05060-I, State of Texas versus Eric Israel Reina. And what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, my client's ready for his arraignment.
Okay, I'm taking up arraignments just shortly.
Thank
It's
you,
quick
Your Honor.
announcements right now, whether they need a reset or not, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Attorney Moises Flores. Attorney Moises Flores. Okay, Attorney Javier Ornella.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm here on an arraignment that I've just been retained on. I know you're gonna do them later on.
Yes, sir. Okay, Attorney Marco de Luna.
Good afternoon, Judge. I was just checking to see, I was here for a PTD placement, but I just want to make sure that the paperwork and everything is ready before you go through all the arraignments.
Okay, what number?
It was number 63.
Okay, no, sir, that's not ready for placement today. At least I don't have it. It's CR 19-05820-I, State of Texas versus Isaí Martinez Munoz. Is Mr. Munoz present?
He's present. He's there, so I just saw his.
Mr. Munoz, can you please announce yourself?
He's on there. I don't know if he's
Oh,
understanding.
if he's Spanish speaking?
He's Spanish speaking, but he understands the English on it, but he's there. I can see him there.
Ms. Castañeda, please ask Mr. Munoz to announce himself.
Isaí Martínez Muñoz, por favor, se anuncia.
Sí, aquí estoy, juez.
Yes, I'm here, Judge.
Okay, so let me just state verify, but my notes indicate that the plea paperwork is not in, or the PTD paperwork, that it wasn't ready for placement. But Mr. Ramirez, what do your notes indicate?
My notes indicate that the defendant has been approved. So if the defense attorney is ready, I'll go ahead and make a note for myself to get that paperwork out to him so he can get it filled out and sent back to us.
Mr. De Luna, you're ready for that paperwork for them to send it to you?
We're ready.
Okay. So then Mr. Ramirez will email that paperwork to you and just let us know. I can place you on the November 2nd at 1:30
That's perfect. Thank you.
and we'll get in place at that time.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes,
And my
I'll
complaint
just
also.
have Ms. Castañeda translate that. If you can let Mr. Munoz know.
Mr. Muñoz, su próxima corte es el día 2 de noviembre a la 1:30 de la tarde.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. You're both excused.
Se puede retirar, Mr. Muñoz.
Okay, so for everyone else that is here, then that tells me that you're here ready for an arraignment or for a plea. Is there any attorney present that needs to make an announcement that their client is not on Zoom at this time? If you do, please use the raise your hand button. Okay. Mr. Osuna?
Yes, Your Honor, we are set for a plea on number 64, CR 19-14686I, State of Texas versus Nicole Salinas. I do fear that my client is gonna nice out, Your Honor. I don't see her present and her phone is now disconnected.
Okay, Nicole Salinas. Nicole Salinas. Okay, Mr. Damian, go ahead and call that name out 3 times.
Yes, ma'am. Nicole Salinas, Nicole Salinas, Nicole Salinas.
Okay, just as we said that, Mr. Osuna, I did have one more person and just chime in the waiting room. And they're
Yes, Your
connected to audio. We can check if that's her before.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, they don't seem to be able to connect. But this is what we'll do, Mr. Osuna. I mean, we can, obviously, we still have the docket to go, but we'll wait until the end. And if she does happen to come on, I can have my staff contact you. I know you have other courts.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Sepulveda, you have a quick restitution hearing, is that
That's correct, Judge. That's why I put up my hand. I'm not here for a
Okay.
plea nor arraignment, Judge.
Yes.
The Greg's online, Judge. It's a
Okay.
CR-20-11377-I.
Okay, Gregory Martinez, are you present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you please turn your camera on?
Yeah, I've been trying to fix it. Hold on. Let's see.
Okay, while you're doing that, let me go ahead and call this CR 211377-I, the state of Texas versus Gregory Martinez. What says the state on this restitution hearing?
The state sets this at resolution at 0, Your Honor.
Okay.
We have no problems with that, Judge.
Okay, the court will set the restitution at 0.
Thank you, Judge. Bye.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on early, Judge. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Mr. Martinez, the restitution's been set at 0. So you're excused,
Oh.
sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Mr. Baltabris, you're in a construction area?
I'm at work, ma'am. They
Okay.
they didn't let me get the day off, so I'm
It's
doing the
okay.
call.
But do you have an attorney?
That's why I rose my hand, because he's not on here, and I called the lawyer's office right now, and they said that he has another court. So
I'm here, Your Honor. I'm present, Mr. Belisario. I'm here.
Okay, Mr. Concha's here, sir. It's because you probably, since you're on your phone, you won't be able to see all the screens unless you start scrolling through all of them, because I'm on the desktop and it's 3 screens. So that means, so you probably didn't see your attorney on there because on the phone, it only lets you so many tiles. But he's here and we're going to arraign you shortly, okay?
okay, sorry about that.
That's okay. Attorney Teresa Coronado?
Yes, good afternoon, Judge. I have an arraignment, but I do not see my client unless I'm missing him.
Okay, what's the number on the docket?
He's number 11, Judge. His name is Jose Angel Gonzalez, and he's a Spanish speaker.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, can you please call out the name Jose Angel Gonzalez and ask them to announce themselves in Spanish.
José Ángel González, por favor, se anuncia. José Ángel González.
Okay, well, I'll give you until the end of the docket to try to contact him, Ms. Coronado, and if he doesn't,
Yeah.
we'll have
Yes,
to.
Judge, I'll call right now because I know that he called before lunch and said he would log on. I'll call again, Judge.
Okay, if for some reason he comes in or he's under something else or wasn't paying attention, we'll contact you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So I'm going to do the arraignment first. So please stand by. If you have to jump out to go to another court, that's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll get to you. Okay. So let me go ahead and see. So I need for you to listen very carefully to me, and I will have this translated as well, because I do know that we have some Spanish speakers on. So today is your arraignment hearing, which means that I'm going to explain I'm going to explain your rights. I'm going to ask you if you're competent. I'm going to ask you if your name is correct. I'm going to ask you if you understand your range of punishment. And I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. Ms. Castañeda, if you can just summarize that the best you can. I didn't mean to keep going on. You're on mute.
Hoy es día de la audiencia audiencia de acusaciones, so voy a tratar de explicar lo más mejor que puedo cómo vamos a ir paso por paso, preguntarles si son competentes, si son culpables y contestar las preguntas lo más bien que puedan.
Okay. Attorneys, if you can please help me out and use your raise reaction button to let me know if your client is a Spanish speaker. You should know by now if your client is a Spanish speaker. If your client is a Spanish speaker, please let me know so that I can mark my docket and know that that person will need this translated. Attorney Jorge Luis Ortegon, what number, sir?
Your Honor, my client speaks English, Judge. I just already had the reaction button up by mistake, but I'm number 20.
Okay, you're ready.
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, Mr. Chugani?
Your Honor, I have number 13, Your Honor, Julian Jaime Granados.
Okay, and is he Spanish speaking?
Yes, Your Honor. I wanted to make, he said for arraignment, Your Honor, but I did want to make an announcement in regards to the Spanish speaking. I myself, Judge, I was appointed this case. I'm not fluent in Spanish. I'd ask the court for my client's benefit to reappoint this case to somebody who is, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Rivera, who is the next person on the wheel, please?
It's Honorable Teresa Coronado, Judge.
Okay.
Judge, I'm here.
Okay, Julián Jaime Granados, ¿está presente?
He told me he was on, Your Honor. I mean, he did tell me in Spanish, but I assumed that's what he meant.
And I appreciate your honesty. I don't see anybody, Ms. Coronado, by that name. It doesn't mean that they're not under a device, but I'm gonna go ahead and reset you. When is our next arraignment date?
Judge, we can reset him to any morning since he's already been given notice. If you'd like to set him for an arraignment on a DWI arraignment day, let me get the date for you, Judge. We do have DWI arraignments for next week, and then we have also next month.
Let me do it for the following month to give Ms. Coronado time to contact the client.
Actually, Judge, I misspoke. It would be December the 9th.
Okay, that's fine. December 9th at 9:30, and we'll turn in that information so that you can also get the contact info. And let me give you the cause number. That's CR 20-09369-I. The defendant's name is Julián Jaime Granados.
Your Honor, I'll be happy to provide the contact information I have to Ms. Coronado. I guess I'll ask her for her number on Zoom if she doesn't mind giving it to me right now. I don't have Ms. Coronado's number otherwise.
I don't mind. It's 956.
Yes, ma'am?
316
Yes?
2266.
I'll contact you after Zoom, ma'am.
No problem.
Thank you.
Judge, yes, thank you. Judge, for the record, my client is on, but he's under Karina Trujillo.
Oh, okay. All right. And he's in arraignment, correct?
He's in arraignment, yes, sir.
Okay.
Whenever the court is ready.
Okay. Mr. Vena, your client is Spanish speaking?
Yes, he is, Judge.
Okay, what number, sir?
He's number 4 on your docket.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Flores, your client is Spanish speaking?
Good afternoon. Yes, Your Honor. He's present here with me in my office.
Okay. Mr. Osuna, your client is Spanish speaking?
Your Honor, and I just want to clarify, did the court want anticipated night size on the arraignment docket as well? Because we do have an anticipated night size on the arraignment docket as well, and he's presumably a Spanish speaker. He was deported when he was arrested.
Okay, what number is that?
He is number 33, Your Honor, CR 21-07759I, Axel David Lopez Rueda.
Okay, so you anticipate it'll be a nice time.
Yes, Your Honor. And we would actually, if all possible, humbly ask, and I know it's a tall order, if we could get some time to find him. I suspect that he does not have notice of this hearing, Your Honor, because he was he was deported and the notice was sent to his American address. I haven't been able to find any next of kin. He may not have any priors before this, so we just want to see if there's any other methods we can exhaust. And it was a PR bond, by the way, so there's no surety. So we would just humbly ask, Your Honor, I'll try to get creative and see if there's any way I can locate him.
Okay, December 9th at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Espinosa, your client Spanish speaking?
Yes, Judge, and I believe I'm number 1 on the criminal docket.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay,
Your Honor,
yes.
this is Horacio Pena Jr. It's number 44 on your docket. It is an arraignment, Your Honor, but I also filed a appearance of counsel and a motion to substitute counsel. The motion to substitute counsel was probably filed about an hour ago.
Okay, let me go ahead and call that. CR 21-07015-I, the state of Texas versus Maria Luisa Villarreal. Can my staff check to see if Mr. Peña's motion for substitution has been accepted by the clerk's office?
Not yet, Judge.
Okay, so the court will grant that motion for substitution. As soon as it's accepted, I'll request the order granting to be sent to my queue and I'll sign off on it. Did you want to move forward with arraignment today or?
Yes, Your Honor, because she's present here in the office. She's sitting back here.
Okay, and is she
She's
English
present.
speaking or Spanish?
Yes, English speaking.
All right. Okay, so now that we've identified who the Spanish speakers are, then I need for everyone to continue. So this is kind of difficult sometimes because it is a lot of you, but I do need for you to pay attention. And I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. And you're going to answer with a yes or no when I call your name. So raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Castañeda?
Por favor, levanten su mano derecha. Juran que el testimonio que están a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Okay, José Eduardo Alamía, yes or no?
You can see.
He's Spanish speaking, Ms. Castañeda.
José Eduardo Alamía, ¿sí o no?
José? Okay, you all need to, when I call your name, you need to answer quickly. If I skip you, then you're not getting a rain today. So, Mr. Espinosa,
Your Honor.
you all may lower your hand if you still have it raised.
Pueden bajar su mano.
José Eduardo Alamía.
she calls her name, say yes.
José Eduardo Alamilla, sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, Baltasar Briseño, yes or no? Baltasar Briseño, yes or no? You'll need to leave
Yes, ma'am.
leave your microphone unmuted. Stay in a place where it's quiet. Put your microphone unmuted so that you can quickly answer yes or no. Just be in a place where it's quiet. Please say that in Spanish, Ms. Castañeda.
Por favor, manténganse en un lugar donde puedan escuchar con su micrófono puesto.
Okay, Baltasar Briseño, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Roberto Cabrera, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Aybar Castellano, yes or no, Ms. Castañeda?
Eibar Castellanos,
Di que sí.
yes.
José Covarrubias, yes or no?
Yes.
Claudia Cruz, yes or no? Claudia Cruz.
Yes,
or
ma'am.
no?
Yes, ma'am.
Rogelio Cuellar, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Sandra De La Rosa, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Alejandro Garza, yes or no? Alejandro Garza, yes or no? Ms. Needswitz, is your client on? Amanda Linares Gonzalez, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Jose Cruz Gonzalez, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Antonio Manuel Jimenez, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Carlos Jimenez, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Noel Laralde, yes or no?
Yes.
Leonardo Lopez Ruiz, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Roberto Lozano, yes or no? Roberto Lozano, yes or no? Arturo Morales, yes or no? Arturo Morales, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Jose Newman, yes or no, Ms. Castañeda?
José Newman, sí o no? Yes.
Kimberly Ortiz, yes or no?
Yes.
And Raúl Quintanilla, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Isaí Quiroga, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Isaac Ramirez, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Catherine Ramirez, yes or no? Catherine Ramirez, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Vincent Ramirez, yes or no? Vincent Ramirez, yes or no? Eric Reina, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ivan Rodriguez, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Saul Rodriguez, yes or no? Saul Rodriguez? Martín Salinas? Martín Salinas? Sergio Sosa?
Yes, Your Honor.
Armando Soto?
Yes, ma'am.
Giovanni Teniente?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alfredo Torres?
Sí.
Yes.
Ms. Castañeda, ask him if he's Spanish speaking,
Yes.
but is
Yes,
Spanish,
Your Honor, I'm sorry.
is he going to be speaking Spanish?
Mr. Torres, ¿va a estar contestando en español?
No, es que no hablo inglés.
Okay. I don't speak English.
Okay. Benjamin Vilches Jr., yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Alana Villarreal?
No, I don't need one.
No, I'm asking you, are you going to be testifying today?
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Are you going to be telling the truth?
Yes, ma'am. The
Okay.
whole truth.
All right.
For the record, Your Honor, Jorge Ortegon, I'm standing in for Alex Munoz on Miss Alona Villarreal for arraignment purposes.
Okay. Maria Luisa Villarreal, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Sergio Villarreal, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Elias Aceves? Oh, he's a joke.
¿Por qué están diciendo sí? ¿Por qué dijo?
contestar yes porque están presentes.
Oh.
Yes o no. Yes, todos están diciendo yes. Habla español.
No, estamos preguntando si usted jura que el testimonio que va a decir hoy es la verdad y solamente la verdad. ¿Ya escuchó su nombre?
No.
Ok. Cuando escuche su nombre, necesita que contestar sí o no. Si no contesta, entonces vamos a seguir y usted no se va a hacer la audiencia hoy. ¿Ok?
Judge, if I may, this Ms. Coronado, that's my client. He's number 11. I think his name got skipped. He's a Spanish speaker.
No, I said he did answer because I haven't marked Jose Cruz Gonzalez.
Jose Ángel.
There's two Jose, there's a Jose Cruz and a Jose Ángel. Mine's Jose
Jose
Ángel.
Oh, you're correct. Jose Ángel Gonzalez.
Sí.
Your Honor, Jose Cruz Gonzalez is my client. He's ready for a plea.
Thank you. Okay,
Yes.
and he answered yes anyway. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, thank you for that. All right.
No.
Okay. And Mr. Ortegon, the jail cases that you have set for today, are they out? They weren't transferred over in time or what? Because the jail's not on today.
Yes, Judge. On these, actually, he does have several pending felonies that we're trying to work out, Your Honor. So we were going to respectfully request a little bit more time on them, Your Honor. There's, I believe, 5 felonies pending.
Okay, so then on Jose Luis Hernandez, he's a jail case. On those cases, how much time are you needing?
We're already in the process of trial, Judge, so I think 30 days should suffice.
Okay, so what's the latest in November that we have available, Ms. Rivera?
Judge, we can do November the 30th. I did see that Mr. Ryan is set for his felony with Judge Kennel Vasquez on the 15th of November.
Okay, so we'll set him for November 30th at 1:30.
That'll work.
Okay. Okay. Now, in CR 21-04-663-I, is your true and correct name Jose Eduardo Alamia?
José Eduardo Alamía, ¿ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero?
Sí.
Yes.
CR 21-03-789-I, Baltasar Briceño, is that your true and correct name?
Yes.
CR 21-03-793-I, Roberto Cabrera, is that your true and correct name?
Ma'am.
And sir, you're before the court charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15, which is a Class A misdemeanor. Mr. Briceño, you're charged with a driving while intoxicated with a Class B misdemeanor. Mr. Alamia, you are charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor.
Mr. Alamía, está usted bajo esta corte con un cargo de manejar en estado de ebriedad, un delito menor clase B.
Okay, CR 21-04-193-I, Ibar Castellano, you are charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15.
Que sí. Sí.
Evar Castellano, está usted en esta corte con un cargo de manejar en estado de ebriedad con una concentración de alcohol mayor de 0.15, un delito
Sí.
menor clase A. Yes.
Sí.
CR 21-06653-I, Jose Covarrubias, is that your true and correct name, sir?
Yeah, that's my true name.
Okay, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 21-04191-I, Claudia Alejandra Cruz, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with driving while intoxicated, second, a Class A misdemeanor. CR 20-09306-I, Rogelio Cuellar, is that your true and correct name?
Yes.
You're charged with driving while intoxicated, second, a Class A misdemeanor. CR 21-04468-I, Sandra Karina with a K, De La Rosa, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15, a Class A misdemeanor. CR 21-03914-I, State of Texas versus Amanda Lynette Gonzalez. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. In CR 21-06728-I, Jose Angel Gonzalez. Is that your true and correct name?
Jose
Sí.
Ángel González.
Yes.
Tell him that he needs to wait until you ask him the question.
Mr. González, tiene que esperar hasta que yo termine de traducir.
Perdón.
José Ángel González, ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero.
Mr. Gonzalez? Okay, he
Mr.
froze.
González,
He froze, Ms. Coronado. Okay, in CR 21-03737-I,
I didn't think we were set. They were saying that we were set for the 15th.
is your true and correct name Jose Cruz Gonzalez, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15, a Class A misdemeanor. On CR 21-07778-I, State of Texas versus Antonio Manuel Jimenez. Is that your true and correct name, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 21-06619-I, Carlos Jimenez Jr. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 21-07028-I, Noe Ronnie Laralde. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15, a Class A misdemeanor. CR 21-08171-I, Leonardo A. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 21-07348-I, Arturo Morales. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 21-07728-I, Jose Fidel Newman. Is that your true and correct name?
José Fidel Newman, ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero. Yes.
CR 21-08159-I, Kimberly Ortiz. Is that your true and correct name, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. Ms. Castaneda, please let Mr. Newman know that he's being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor.
Mr. Newman, está usted en esta corte por un cargo de manejar en estado de intoxicación, un delito menor clase B.
CR
Yes.
20-09995-I, Raul Quintanilla. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. On CR 20-06917-I and on CR 20-06916-I, CR 20-06914-I, and CR 20-06915-I. Isaiah Quiroga. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
And that's Quiroga.
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Mr. Quiroga, you are being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. Failure to identify, giving false or fictitious information, a Class B misdemeanor. Possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor. And driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. In CR 21-06608-I, Isaac Israel Ramirez. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramirez, can you please spell your middle name Israel for me?
Israel.
Okay, and they transpose the A and the E. Right. You're being charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15, a Class A misdemeanor. CR 21-05424-I, Catherine Ramirez. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 20-05060-I, Eric Israel Reina. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 21-03799-I, Ivan Rodriguez. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 21-04243-I, Sergio Humberto Chavez Sosa. Is that your true and correct name, sir? Mr. Sosa, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor. It's Sergio Humberto Sosa Chavez.
Okay, and you're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 21-04572-I, Armando Soto Jr. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 20-09420-I, Giovanni Alberto Teniente, that's Teniente. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 21-06968-I, Alfredo Torres. Is that your true and correct name?
Alfredo Torres, ¿ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero?
Yes.
Yes.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor.
Está usted frente a la corte con un delito de manejar en estado de ebriedad, un delito menor clase B.
CR 21-06335-I, Benjamin Vilches Jr. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're being charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15, a Class A misdemeanor. CR 21-04336-I, Alana, Alona, Lisa Villarreal. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am. You actually pronounced it correct too.
Okay. You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. And you're also being charged with possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, Class B misdemeanor. In CR 21-07015-I, Maria Luisa Villarreal. Is that your true and correct name, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. Hold on. Okay, let me remind you that I need for you to be unmuted. However, somebody is making noise. All right. Thank you. And CR 20-02140-I, Sergio Villarreal. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. And, on number 58, the state, is that plea ready to go today or it's not?
1 second, Your Honor. It is not ready, Your Honor, but we can get it, you can put it on the next one on the plea, or at your earliest convenience.
I'll check, I have to check if they appeared. Okay. And CR 20-02247-I, Veronica Yvette Lopez. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes,
Veronica? Okay, you're being charged with, yes, I heard you. You're being charged with possession, use, inhale, or ingest a volatile chemical, a Class B misdemeanor. And has Nicole Salinas checked in? Nicole Salinas. Okay. And CR 1501334-I, Joel Martinez Solis. Are you present?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, it's Pat Nitz for Mr. Solis.
Okay, sir. And Mr. Solis, is that your true and correct name?
We need the service of an interpreter, Judge. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We're set for a plea today, Your Honor.
Yes, but I'm gonna go through with the people that are set for plea, since it is the same admonishments at the beginning there, and then at the end, we'll go ahead and do the rest of the part of the plea that doesn't pertain to the arraignment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So that's fine. Ms. Castañeda, can you please ask him if Joel Martinez Solis is his true and correct name?
Joel Martínez Solís, ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero.
No, soy Joel Solís Martínez.
Es Joel Solís Martínez.
Sí.
And he is being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor.
Mr. Martínez, ¿está usted bajo esta corte con un cargo de manejar en estado de ebriedad, un delito menor clase B?
And
Sí.
he is also charged with failure to identify or giving false or fictitious information, a Class B misdemeanor.
Y también está acusado de fallar en identificación y dar información ficticia, un delito
Sí.
menor clase B.
Sí, sí.
Yes.
Okay. So I just, I read you what your offense that you're being charged with, plus whether it was a Class A or a Class B misdemeanor. Ms. Castañeda?
Leímos los cargos que es ya sea un delito menor clase A o un delito menor clase B.
For those of you that I stated, the offense was a Class B misdemeanor. The Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction.
Para los que tienen un delito menor clase B, un delito menor clase B tiene una multa potencial de hasta 6 meses en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y una multa de hasta $2,000 por convicción.
And for those defendants that I stated, your offense was a Class A misdemeanor. A Class A misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction.
Y para los que tienen una ofensa menor clase A, una ofensa menor clase A tiene una multa potencial de hasta 1 año en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y una multa de hasta $4,000 por convicción.
Now, that I just read to you is called a range of punishment. And that's the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of what you are charged. Now, I will ask you if you understood that range of punishment, and you will respond by stating yes or no. Ms. Castañeda?
Okay. Lo que se anunció es el rango de castigo que pueden recibir por las ofensas que están acusados. Ahora les voy a preguntar que si entendieron el rango de castigo de los que están acusados.
Okay.
Sí o no.
Mr. Alamia?
Sí.
Just
Yes.
translate it, Letty.
Sí.
Mr. Alamia, sí o no.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Briceño?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Cabrera? Mr. Cabrera? Roberto Cabrera? All right, Mr. Castellano?
Sí.
Mr. Castellano, sí o no.
Sí.
Yes.
For those of you that are needing the services of an interpreter, you need to allow her to ask you the question first. She will translate it, and then you can answer any other question if she has a follow-up question. Ms. Castañeda, please translate
Para
that.
los que están esperando traducción, tienen que dejar que termine de traducir y si tienen alguna pregunta la pueden hacer después de que termine.
Okay, Mr. Covarrubias?
Yes.
Ms. Cruz?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Cuellar?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. De La Rosa?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes.
Mr. Jose Angel Gonzalez?
José Ángel González, sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
José Cruz González,
Yes, ma'am.
Manuel Jiménez,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay, Carlos Jiménez Jr.,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Alalde,
Yes.
Mr. Lopez Ruiz,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Arturo Morales, is Mr. Chugani still
Yes.
on? Okay,
Yes, Your Honor.
all right, okay. I was just gonna ask you if he was English or Spanish speaking. All right,
He's definitely English, Judge.
all right. Okay, Mr. Newman,
José Fidel Newman, sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
Ms. Ortiz,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Quintanilla,
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Quiroga, Mr. Quiroga,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay, you need to keep that unmuted, sir. All right, Isaac Ramirez,
Yes, Your Honor.
Catherine Ramirez,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay, Eric Reina,
Yes, ma'am.
Ivan Rodriguez, Ivan Rodriguez,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sosa Chavez,
Yes.
Mr. Soto,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Teniente,
Your Honor, it cut off a little bit when you asked the question. What was the question again? I apologize.
that's okay. Did you understand the range of punishment for a Class B misdemeanor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Torres?
Alfredo Torres,
Okay, Roberto Cabrera, can you hear us? Mr. Cabrera, can you hear us now?
Your
Yeah,
Honor, I represent
I-
him, Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. I just lost connection for like
All right.
4 minutes.
Okay, did you understand the range of punishment for the Class A misdemeanor and for the charge that you are being charged with?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Vilches,
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Alana Villarreal,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay, Miss Maria Villarreal,
Yes, ma'am.
Sergio Villarreal,
Yes, ma'am.
Verónica López,
Yes.
Joel Solís Martínez.
Sí.
Joel,
Go ahead, just keep going.
Joel Solís Martínez, sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Quiroga, did you get back on?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, Javier Ornelas here. Did you call number 32, Saul Rodriguez, by any chance?
Yes, I did 3 times and then.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. He's present with me, and he speaks English, and we're ready for arraignment as well.
Okay, then,
Sorry to interrupt.
okay, so who's representing him, Mr. Arredondo or Mr. Ornelas?
I just filed a notice of appearance, Your Honor. He just retained me, so I'll be representing him.
That is correct, Judge. He was appointed to me months ago. I did some work on it, but he did tell me that he was going to retain somebody else.
Okay, CR 21-03911-I, Saul Rodriguez, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Mr. Ornelas, although you filed a notice of appearance, the clerk will not change the attorney's names unless you file a motion for substitution of counsel with order granting and, believe it or not, your notice of appearance.
Yes, ma'am. I will do that subsequently.
Okay, so Mr. Rodriguez, you're being charged with a driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. Were you able to hear the range of punishment for a Class B misdemeanor?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. And did Martin Salinas ever get on? All right. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane? And that will be a yes or no. Ms. Castañeda?
Pero les voy a preguntar si alguna corte los ha declarado alguna vez mentalmente incompetentes, locos o dementes. Y es sí o no.
Ok,
que no.
Mr. Alamía.
No.
Mr. Alamía, usted necesita que esperar hasta que ya le traduzcan la pregunta, porque ya es la cuarta vez que usted hace eso. Si no va a hacer lo que yo le digo, por favor, o le pido, entonces usted lo va a tener que hacer a otro día, ¿ok? So, ella le va a preguntar en español. Usted contesta en español, por favor, y luego ella lo va a traducir. Me parece a mí que usted sí entiende un poquito de inglés y está muy bien, pero usted necesita que decidir en cualquier idioma lo va a hacer. ¿Va a hacerlo en inglés o lo va a hacer en español? Si lo va a hacer en español, entonces necesita que esperar hasta que ella traduzca, ¿ok? Porque usted es uno de casi más de 70 personas que están ahorita. Y para tratar de hacer esto, lo tengo que hacer así. Si no, los voy a tener que hacer en grupitos y nunca vamos a terminar. Y eso va para todas las personas que van a estar aquí en español, ¿ok? A mí no me molesta nada. No me molesta nada hacerlo en español y para que le traduzcan. Porque la ley dice que ustedes necesitan que entender sus derechos y también necesitan que entender lo que está pasando aquí en este proceso. Pero es muy difícil cuando ustedes entienden un poquito de inglés y se van a adelantar, ¿ok? Y luego me hacen que hable yo bien mocha. So, no quiero hacer eso, ¿ok? So, por favor, espere hasta que ya traduzca la señora Castañeda. Ya cuando ya termine de traducir lo que está diciendo usted, su respuesta, entonces ella me va a decir lo que usted dijo. Ok, so le voy a preguntar otra vez, ok? Now, ask him again in Spanish.
¿Alguna corte lo ha declarado mentalmente incompetente, loco o demente?
No.
No.
Okay. Mr. Briseño.
No.
Mr. Cabrera.
Oh, yes.
So you have been declared mentally incompetent?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Then you need to pay attention because you
Oh,
could have just
yeah.
changed it for yourself right there and made Ms. Guerra's job a lot more difficult.
I was paying attention to what you said before. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, Mr. Castellano.
No.
Mr. Reina, please tell him to wait until it's translated.
Mr. Castellano, ¿alguna corte lo ha declarado mentalmente incompetente, loco o demente?
No.
No.
Okay, Mr. Covarrubias.
No.
Okay, hold on. All right.
Mr. Covarrubias, feedback, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Covarrubias, as much as I enjoy the accordion as well and Ramon Ayala, I cannot have any place in this court right now.
Sorry.
It's okay. So make sure whoever's playing it stops.
Okay, let me
Else
go
you
to
need to
him.
go somewhere else, okay? I'm gonna mute you. I know one day I'm gonna look back at YouTube on my YouTubes and just say, oh, all right, okay. All right, Mr. Cuellar, yes or no?
No.
Ms. De La Rosa,
No, ma'am.
Ms. Amanda Gonzalez,
No, ma'am.
okay, Jose Ángel Gonzalez,
José Ángel González, ¿sí o no?
No.
No.
Jose Cruz Gonzalez,
No, Your Honor.
Antonio Manuel Jiménez,
No, ma'am.
Carlos Jiménez Jr.,
No, ma'am.
Mr. Laralde,
No.
Mr. Lopez Ruiz,
No, ma'am.
Mr. Arturo Morales, Mr. Arturo Morales.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, need to be faster, okay, Arturo?
Yes.
All right, Jose Fidel Newman,
José Fidel Newman, ¿sí o no?
No.
No.
Ms. Ortiz,
No, ma'am.
Mr. Raúl Mejía,
No, Your Honor.
Isaí Quiroga,
No, Your Honor.
Isaac Ramirez,
No, Your Honor.
Catherine Ramirez,
No, ma'am.
Eric Reina. Mr. Reina, Eric Reina, Ms. Mount, did we lose your client?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Reina. Okay, Ivan Rodriguez,
Yes.
No, ma'am.
Saúl Rodriguez,
No, ma'am.
Mr. Sosa Chavez,
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Soto,
No, ma'am.
Mr. Teniente,
No, Your Honor.
Alfredo Torres,
Alfredo Torres, sí o no?
No.
No.
Mr. Vilches,
No, Your Honor.
Miss Alana Villarreal,
No, Your Honor.
Miss María Luisa Villarreal,
No, ma'am.
Sergio Villarreal,
No, ma'am.
Miss Verónica López,
No.
Verónica López, Verónica Yvette López.
No.
Okay, oh, okay, you're at the, no wonder you sound so far away. Mr. Joel Solis Martinez,
Joel Solís Martínez, sí o no?
No.
No.
okay. Counselors, in speaking with your clients, do you find them to be mentally competent and able to assist you in their own defense? Mr. Espinosa,
Yes, as to Mr. Alamia.
Mr. Canche,
Same announcement, Your Honor.
Ms. Guerra,
Yes, that's to Mr. Cabrera, Your Honor.
Ms. Reina. Ms.
Me?
Reina. I'm sorry, Mr.
Judge.
Reina. Mr. Reina.
Judge, my client is competent, Your Honor.
I apologize. Ms. Sepulveda Martinez.
Yes, Your Honor. My client is competent.
Okay, Ms. Cruz. Mr. Arredondo, are you stepping in for Mr. Palacios for Ms. Cruz today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you find her to be competent?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Almanza.
Yes, Your Honor. I do find Mr. Cuellar and Mr. Torres.
Okay. Mr. Morales, Alfredo Morales. Ms. De La Rosa, is Mr. Alfredo Morales Jr. still your attorney?
Oh, Judge, I'm sorry. Miss De La Rosa's case, Rubio Salinas and Patrick Kennedy, we've substituted in, and yes, I find her immensely competent.
Okay. Mr. Kennedy, when did you file your motion for substitution?
I'm not sure. I don't have her file in front of me with that information, but I think it was a few weeks ago.
Okay, can my staff verify, please?
Judge, we don't have anything on file for Ms. De La Rosa.
I apologize, and I think my staff may misinform me, Your Honor. In that case, I make an oral motion for substitution.
Okay, any objection from the state?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, that will be granted. If you can please get an order granting the substitution on file, please.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Orozco?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I do find Ms. Amanda Gonzalez competent, Your Honor. She has assisted me with her defense.
Okay, Ms. Coronado?
Your Honor, good afternoon. Yes, Mr. Jose Angel Gonzalez is competent.
Okay, Mr. Chubani?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Jose Cruz Gonzalez is competent. Mr. Arturo Morales is competent.
Okay, Mr. Tijerina?
Judge, my clients, Mr. Ramirez and Mr. Jimenez are competent, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Garcia, Dalinda Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor. Carlos Jimenez is competent and he was able to assist in his defense.
Okay, Mr. Moreno?
Same announcement, Your Honor.
Mr. Longoria, Daniel Longoria? Mr. Lopez Ruiz, is Mr. Daniel Longoria still your attorney?
Excuse me?
Come in.
Yes. Hold on.
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm-
Lopez Ruiz?
My attorney should be Moises Flores.
Oh, it's Mr. Moises Flores. He was on. He keeps getting kicked out though for some reason.
Right here, Judge. I'm here, Judge.
Okay, so Mr. Flores, do you find your client to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Mr. Lopez Ruiz is competent to proceed to arraignment this afternoon, Judge.
Okay, sir, have you filed your motion for substitution of counsel and your notice of appearance?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. It should be on file, Judge.
Okay, can my staff verify that the motion for substitution was accepted, please?
If it was accepted, we requested it from the clerk.
Okay, so we requested the order granting from the clerk's office. As soon as it hits my queue, I'll sign off on it, Mr. Flores.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. And you'll also have to file your notice of appearance as well. That's the only way they'll take off the previous attorney's name.
Yes, I have, so, Judge.
Okay. And Mr. Ricardo Flores.
Judge, Mr. Jose Fidel Newman is competent and able to assist.
Okay, Mr. Ortegon.
Ms. Ortiz, competent, Your Honor, and Ms. Villarreal is competent, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Robert Salinas.
Mr. Raul Quintanilla is competent and able to assist in his own defense, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Galvan.
Your Honor, Mr. Quiroga is able to assist in his own defense.
Okay, Mr. Arredondo.
Same announcement, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Mount.
Mr. Reyna is competent, Your Honor, and able to assist in his defense.
Okay, Mr. Fonseca.
Same announcement for Mr. Rodriguez, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Ornelas.
Same announcement, Your Honor, with regards to Mr. Saul Rodriguez.
Okay, and Ms. Gonzalez.
Savannah Gonzalez, Judge?
Yes.
Armando Soto is competent and able to assist in his defense.
Okay. I apologize on Mr. Sosa Chavez, which is the attorney that was substituting.
Charles Banker.
Okay, Mr. Banker.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you find your client to be competent and able to assist you in his own defense? Mr. Banker? Okay, I think you're going in and out. Okay, Mr. Luna, Ruben Luna?
Mr. Teniente is confident, Judge.
Okay, and Mr. Heller?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mr. Vilches is competent.
Okay, Mr. Peña?
Maria Luisa Villarreal is competent and can assist in her own defense.
Okay, and Mr. Attorney Jose Gonzalez?
Mr. Villarreal is competent, Judge.
Okay. And is Mr. Osuna, are you doing Ms. Lopez's plea, or is Mr. Bravo?
Oh, that's me, Your Honor, and I can represent that she is competent and has been able to assist.
Okay, Mr. Nitch?
I have an announcement for Mr. Solis.
All right. Then the court will make a finding that all the defendants before the court are mentally competent and able to assist their attorneys in their own defense, and hereby enters a plea of not guilty on each offense that they were arraigned on. Okay. So now I'm going to go case by case, and your attorney is going to let me know how much time they need for your next court appearance. At your next court appearance, it'll most likely be a status hearing unless you've already decided that you will be entering into a plea. This will be your only notice. So make sure you write the time and the date down, because it is your responsibility to be present at the next hearing. Your attorney just needs to make a good faith effort in giving you the Zoom link. But if for whatever reason you lose contact with your attorney, you change your number. And that's another thing. If you change your number or your address, you need to let your attorneys know. If not, you can call our office. Don't call us over and over and over again, but you can call our office and we will give you the Zoom link for your next hearing. However, you need to contact your attorney first. Don't contact me first, okay? So, Mr. Espinosa, how much time do you need?
This is going to be a pretrial diversion application, so around 30 to 45 days, possibly.
Okay, December 16th at 9:30. If he's ready for placement at that time, let us know and we'll change you to the 1:30 docket. But it is taking a good 2 or 3 months before they're giving you an answer. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, are you
taking an announcement from the state?
Okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and allow Mr. Ramirez to make the general announcement where he will be asking for each person to be ordered to have a device. So I'll go ahead and take your general announcement, Mr. Ramirez.
Okay, so the general announcement, Your Honor, for any DWI Class B or Class A, we respect a mobile device to be ordered unless the court judge determines otherwise.
Okay, so on this Class B misdemeanor, on this Class B DWI, is it his first DWI? Did it involve an accident?
It was a one-car accident, Your Honor.
Judge, and if I may clarify, for Class Bs, we cordially request an interlock device. Any case with an accident or a Class A, we respectfully request a mobile device.
Okay. Mr. Alamia will be required to get a mobile alcohol monitoring device. And he'll have to get that device by Tuesday, October the 26th. October 26th is the deadline for anyone that is ordered to obtain an alcohol device, an alcohol monitoring device. That's the deadline for anyone that is ordered to get either an interlock or a mobile device. But he is going to be ordered to get a mobile alcohol monitoring device by October the 26th. And he'll return on December the 16th at 9:30. This goes for everybody. If your client does not obtain the device or I receive that they're already in violation, you'll get a notification to have your client appear in person on a date certain. You do not have to appear in person though. You can appear via Zoom unless by some chance by then the county or the courthouse has, the Board of Judges has established a different set of rules, but the defendant who has violated their bond conditions or a court order will be required to be here in person, not the attorney. Okay? Ms. Castaneda, please let him know that he is to obtain his mobile alcohol monitoring device by October 26th.
Mr. Aramia, la Corte lo está ordenando a que obtenga un dispositivo de alcohol móvil y tiene hasta el martes, octubre 26 para obtener ese dispositivo.
And I need his phone number.
Necesito su número de teléfono.
609-0016.
609-0016.
Is the area code 956?
El área es 956?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, let him know that December 16th at 9:30 and there he is excused.
Mr. Lamilla, su próxima corte es el 16 de diciembre a las 9:30 de la mañana y ya se puede retirar.
Tengo una pregunta.
I have a question.
He needs to see if his attorney will allow him to.
Necesita ver si su abogado le permite hablar.
Okay.
Judge, I'd like to talk to my client privately. I think we can resolve it after the court, so we're asking to be excused at this time.
That'll be granted.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, let him know that he is excused and he needs to call his attorney's office.
Mr. Alamia, se puede retirar y háblele a su abogado, por favor.
Okay, gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Canche, on Mr. Briseño. Let me ask the state, was this an accident?
It was not an accident, Your Honor.
Okay, is this his first DWI?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Concha, how much time are you requesting?
It's same thing you're on with Mr. Espinosa. It's probably a PTD application, so we need some time.
Okay, December the 16th at 9:30. Between now and then, you need to have that submitted to the DA's office for review. If he is ready for placement at that time, let us know and we'll change him to the 1:30 docket. At this time, the court will deny the state's request and will not require Mr. Briseño to obtain an alcohol monitoring device.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. May be excused.
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have a question. Sorry.
You need to ask your attorney if you're allowed to ask the question.
I will address any questions he has, Your Honor. You can just call me.
Okay, Mr. Briseño, please call Mr. Concha as soon as you can. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Ms. Guerra?
Yes,
how
Your
much
Honor.
time are you requesting?
30 to 45 days, Judge.
Okay, December 7th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all the business I have. May me and my client, Mr. Cabrera, be excused?
No,
Your
ma'am.
Honor.
The court is ordering a mobile alcohol monitoring device for Mr. Cabrera. Mr. Cabrera, as you heard, you have to obtain that by October the 26th. And what is your phone number, sir?
It's 832-679-4002. A mobile device, it's not for the vehicle, right?
It's a mobile alcohol monitoring device. It's handheld, goes with you.
The little pocket thing. Are
And
you
they
okay with that?
need to carry that or get that from
You will receive a call from the probation department and they will give you a list of vendors and explain how it's used, okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Cabrera, Ms. Guerra, you and your client are excused. Mr. Briseño, you are excused. You can.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Reina?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My client, it was a first offense, no accident, Judge.
Okay, but it's a class A, which statutorily is required because it's driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol of 0.15. The
Yes.
court will order a mobile alcohol monitoring device to be obtained by October the 26th. How much time are you requesting, sir?
December 15th, or that date you were given, Judge, is acceptable, Your Honor.
Okay, December 16th at 9:30. Ms. Castañeda, please ask Mr. Castellano for his phone number.
Mr. Castellano, ¿qué es su número de teléfono?
Bueno, 956-263-3655.
956-263-3655.
Okay, let him know he's excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Castellano se puede retirar.
Thank you, Judge. Recuse.
Okay, Sepúlveda Martinez. Okay, was there an accident involved or is this his first DWI? Mr. Ramirez?
I believe this was his first DWI, Your Honor, and no accidents.
That's correct, Your Honor. He is PTD eligible.
That's correct, Your Honor. He is PTD eligible.
Okay. And CR 21-06653-I, the court will deny the state's request for an alcohol monitoring device. Ms. Sepúlveda Martinez, I'm going to give you December the 16th at 9:30. And then if he's ready for placement, let us know and we'll change you to the 1:30 docket. And in between now and then, just please apply for the program.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Anything else?
That's all. May we be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Arredondo, on Ms. Cruz, on CR 21-04191-I, the court is granting the state's request and ordering a mobile alcohol monitoring device Ms. Cruz is to obtain that by October the 26th. And Ms. Cruz, I need a phone number for you.
956-331-3740.
Okay, ma'am, you'll receive a call from the probation department at their earliest convenience with the list of vendors. And you are to obtain it by Tuesday. You understand?
Judge, yes, ma'am. I just have a question about where I'm located at.
You'll discuss it with your probation officer.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Arredondo, how much time are you all requesting?
Just setting in the first week or second week of December would be great, Judge. So I can submit a USB. Also, Judge, my client is a first-time offender, no accident, and it's a Class B misdemeanor, Judge.
Okay, well, Ms. Cruz has a Class A misdemeanor. And that's, I'm still on Ms. Cruz. I think you jumped to your other client.
Oh, sorry about that, Judge.
Okay, that's fine. So on Ms. Cruz, it'll be December 7th at 9:30.
Okay, Judge.
Okay, and Ms. Cruz, you're excused. And what was the other number on the docket, Mr. Arredondo? Oh, I found it, 28. So on CR 21-05424-I, okay, was there an accident?
Oh, Judge, it's a first-time offender, no accident, and it's a Class B, Judge.
Okay, the court will deny the state's request and will not order any type of alcohol monitoring device. Mr. Arredondo, December 7th at 9:30?
That works.
Okay, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
Thank you, likewise. Okay, Mr. Almanza, on CR 20-09306-I, the court is granting the state's request and ordering a mobile alcohol monitoring device. This is a DWI second, a Class A misdemeanor. Mr. Cuellar, you are to obtain that by October the 22nd. The 26th.
Your Honor, he already has the device.
He has it? Who does
Yes,
he
Your
have
Honor,
it
he
from?
got it installed a few months back. And I believe I provided the state with that receipt, but I'll go ahead and provide it again because I know there was a different prosecutor at the time.
Okay, well, if you had proof, just for the future, when you have proof on these, Mr. Almanza, I will accept a waiver of arraignment.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Cuellar, who do you have the device with?
I have the portable device,
Okay, who do you have it with?
Lifesaver.
Okay, Ms. Soto, are you receiving reports yet on Mr. Cuellar?
Not yet, Judge, but I will request them.
Okay, what's your phone number, Mr. Cuellar?
956-424-8124.
I know you'll hate to miss out on all of this good stuff, Mr. Almanza, but just so you know in the future.
No, I appreciate it, Your Honor. I don't know why it wasn't filed. Usually we're pretty good about filing when we have the receipt.
Okay, all right, well, Mr. Cuellar, and how much time are you requesting, Mr. Almanza?
Your Honor, I'm asking just for 60 days. So December 16th would work, Your Honor.
December 16th at 9:30. All right, thank you, Mr. Cuellar. You have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay, what's the next number that you have, Mr. Almanza?
Mr. Torres, Your Honor, I believe it's number 40.
Yes, okay. CR 21-06968-I. Was there an accident on this case?
No accident, Your Honor.
Is this his first DWI arrest?
Yes, Your Honor, it is, and he is PTD eligible.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, the court will deny the state's request and will not require an alcohol monitoring device. We can stay with the December 16th date, Mr. Almanza, at 9:30. If for some reason he's ready for placement, let us know and we'll move him to 1:30.
Yes, Your Honor, that works, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a nice day.
Thank you, likewise. Okay, Mr. Kennedy on CR 21-04468-I.
Judge, we need about.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, it is a Class A. My client, it does have a device with safety check, Your Honor.
Okay, and is that a mobile alcohol monitoring device or an interlock?
I believe it's a mobile, but I'd like to confirm with my client.
Okay, Ms. De La Rosa, do you have a mobile alcohol monitoring device?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, Ms. Soto, are you receiving reports yet?
Not yet, Judge, no.
Okay, Ms. De La Rosa, can I have a phone number for you?
Yes, 956-292-5623.
Okay, ma'am. And Mr. Kennedy, how much time are you asking for?
Approximately 45 days, Your Honor.
Okay, November 30th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. I did want to correct myself earlier, Your Honor. I had filed a notice of appearance on on August the 5th, but not a motion to substitute.
Yeah, they have you all do both, or else they won't change it.
No problem. I just want to let you know.
Okay, we'll look out for the motion for substitution. And as soon as we get the order we'll have it kicked up to us, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Have a pleasant day to your staff.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank
Ms.
you.
De La Rosa, you're excused. Mr. Orozco on CR 21-03914-I.
Yes.
Now, was there an accident involved?
No, Your
Your
Honor,
Honor.
no accident, and also it's her first DWI arrest, and she is PTD qualified, and we have already filled out the application, Your Honor.
Great.
Your Honor, the defendant did refuse the breath test.
Okay. Okay, the court's gonna deny the state's request on a mobile alcohol monitoring device. Ms. Gonzalez, we'll see you back here on December the 16th at 9:30. If for some reason she's ready for placement, Mr. Orozco, let us know.
Yes, Your Honor. Also, just want to advise the court, Ms. Gonzalez does have plans to move out of state, Your Honor, for professional reasons. However, hopefully by that December 16th, we'll be able to wrap things up, Your Honor.
Okay, you'll have to stay, you might have to speak to Mr. Gonzalez or Mr. Garza in the DA's office.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because they really are backed up, unfortunately, because of the changes they've been having in personnel. They're trying the best they can, but it's taking about 90 days. So I don't know if you'll get a response unless you let them know what's going on.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you so very much. And that concludes our business for today, Your Honor.
Okay, you all are excused.
Thank you, Judge Stacy.
Okay, Ms. Coronado on CR 21-06728-I, was there an accident involved?
There was no accident. It is a Class B, but my client was ordered to put an alcohol monitoring device, which he does have. But I am asking this court if we could have that removed already.
Okay. And is this his first DWI arrest?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. So Ms. Mr. Gonzalez, Ms. Castaneda, please ask Mr. Gonzalez who he has his device with.
Mr. González, ¿con quién tiene su dispositivo de alcohol?
Mr. Gonzalez.
He's frozen again.
Oh, there he is.
José Ángel González,
Aquí estoy.
¿con quién tiene su dispositivo de alcohol?
Me lo cambiaron para acá, para Wisconsin.
They changed it to Wisconsin.
Okay,
My
but
client resides out of state, Judge, but he did transfer the mobile device.
okay. So I'm going to ask for his phone number and I'm going to ask Ms. Soto to pull up a report. And then once we review that, then I'll consider removing him from that because it's because of it being a Class B misdemeanor. But I want to see how he's been doing on it first, since he was already ordered to have. So, Ms. Castaneda, please ask him for his phone number.
Mr. González, ¿qué es su número de teléfono?
El área es 708-674-43.
Dispense, Mr. No lo escuché.
Área 708-674-0843.
708-674-0843.
Okay. And I'm going to have him return on December the 7th at 9:30, and it'll be for status. Okay, let him know, Ms. Castaneda, December 7th at 9:30, and he's excused.
Mr. González, su próxima corte es el día 7 de diciembre a las 9:30 de la mañana y ya se puede retirar.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Let me excuse as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Tejerina on CR 21-07778-I. Was there an accident?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, is this the first DWI arrest?
It is, Judge. It's a Class B.
Okay. Mr. Ramirez?
I confirm, Your Honor. It's the first DWI. He's
Alright.
he's PTD eligible.
Okay, so he's PTD eligible. Okay, the court will deny the state's request. I will not order an alcohol monitoring device at this time. And how much time are you requesting, Mr. Tejerina?
Judge, if we can get 60 days, see if we can get this filed in.
Okay, December the 16th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, I
And-
also have number 27, Judge. Would the court call that?
Yes, Mr. Jimenez, you are excused at this time.
Thank you.
Okay, CR 21-06608-I. Mr. Tejerina, this is a Class A misdemeanor, driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of 0.15. The court is going to grant the state's request and order a mobile alcohol monitoring device. Unless Mr. Ramirez, does he already have a device?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Ramirez, what is your? Isaac
956
Ramirez. I'm sorry, this is Isaac Ramirez.
956 777 9225.
You are to obtain a mobile alcohol monitoring device by October the 26th. The probation department will contact you with a list of vendors. And you're to get it by Tuesday. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. And how much time are you requesting, Mr. Tejerina?
Judge, may we set this matter for that December 16th date?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, December 16th at 9:30. We'll see you then.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have nothing further. May I be excused?
You certainly may, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Likewise. Okay, Ms. Dalinda Garcia on CR 21-06619-I. Okay,
Yes, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Ramirez, was there an accident involved?
No,
What
Your Honor.
number on the docket was this, Your Honor?
You're
15.
back on number 15.
There's no accident, Judge, and this is a first time offense, Judge. And we are applying for PTD.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, can you verify that the defendant is PTD eligible?
I apologize, Your Honor. I didn't get the number on the docket.
15.
Alright.
We're on number
Apologize,
15.
Your Honor. I heard 50. For
No,
15,
1-5.
there was no accident. This is the first DWI, no priors, PTD eligible, Your Honor.
And just for the court's information, Your Honor, we do have all the paperwork ready. We're just lacking one document from you, which is going to get for us today, and we'll be filing that with the DA's office, Judge.
All right.
So we're
Then-
asking the court not to order the device.
Okay. The court will deny the state's request, will not order a mobile alcohol monitoring device. And how much time are you requesting, Ms. Garcia?
Oh, Your Honor, maybe 45 to 60 days just to give the DA's office enough time to review the paperwork.
December 16th at 9:30. And if you are ready for placement at that time, let us know.
Did the court say 15 or 16?
16, 12/16 at 9:30.
Okay, Judge, thank you. May we be
Okay.
excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you may. Mr. Moreno on CR 21-07028-I.
Yes, Your Honor. Judge,
Okay.
I was going to make a small argument on that, Judge. Judge, it is a Class A misdemeanor, and I'm sure the DA's office can tell you right now, we've already been approved for a bust down. Cases get dismissed. And I was hoping we could avoid my client having to get a device when it's going to get dismissed within the next probably 30 to 45 days already, and just didn't want to waste the money on it if we didn't have to.
The statute requires it. If it's gonna, I mean, especially even if it's gonna be that amount of time, if it was something like you were dismissing it by next week, then I would tell you probably, okay. But he needs to get the alcohol monitoring device,
Yes, Your Honor.
and he has to get it by Tuesday.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you all just finish it quicker, then he won't have to pay more than a month.
Does probation need his phone number, Judge?
Yes, I was just gonna ask for his phone number, please.
It's area code 956-453-1357.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Galante, they'll contact you and give you a list of vendors. So, you'll come back on December the 16th at 9:30 unless it's already been dismissed administratively.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. Any excuse?
You certainly may.
Have a good day, Judge.
Likewise, Mr. Flores on CR 21-08171-I on Leonardo Lopez Ruiz. Okay. Mr. Ramirez, was there an accident involved?
No, Your Honor. First DWI.
Is he PTD eligible?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Being that it's his first DWI arrest and there was no accident, then the court is going to deny the state's request for an alcohol monitoring device. Mr. Flores, how much time are you asking for?
Judge, I filed my request for discovery on 10/12/2021. I have not received discovery. I would urge the court to compel the state to tender discovery to the defense as soon as possible, Judge. Since I haven't reviewed the evidence, I don't know whether we're going to be going the suppression route, trial route, or PTD or ADR. So just that the state could get that discovery to me ASAP. That way I can make the determination. So we get a 30-day setting, Judge. By then I should announce whether we're going to go PTD route or trial route, Judge.
Okay, December 7th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. I'll have before this honorable court. May I be excused?
Yes, you both.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, CR 21-07348-I. Mr. Chugani?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so was there an accident involved?
Judge, frankly, I've asked for discovery. I really don't know. As far as I know, there was no accident. It's a Class B. It's his first time. So I would ask the court to deny the state's request.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, do you show if there was an accident and whether or not this is his first DWI arrest?
Is this for Arturo Morales?
Yes, number 19 on the court's docket.
I show no accident, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So the court will deny the state's request for an alcohol monitoring device. And Mr. Chugani, how much time are you requesting?
Judge, he's possibly a PTD candidate. I defer to the court. You mentioned they may take 90 days, so I'll defer to you, Your Honor.
Okay, the latest I have, so I can get an update by the end of the year, is December 16th at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else?
Not for Mr. Morales. I'm still here on Mr. Gonzalez for a plea.
Okay, we're almost there. Thank you for your patience.
No worries. No worries, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
May my client Morales be excused?
Yes, Mr. Morales is excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Flores, on CR 21-07728-I. For Mr. Newman.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, was there an accident involved?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and is this his first DWI arrest?
Yes, Your Honor, and he is PTD eligible.
Okay, in light of that, the court is going to deny the state's request for an alcohol monitoring device. Mr. Flores, how much time are you requesting?
Judge, the December 16th day would be good. I guess it's approximately a little over 45 days. That way we can figure out what we're going to do.
Okay, December 16th at 9:30, sir.
That would be perfect, Judge. And if we may be excused, everybody be safe and have a great day, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Ortegon on CR 21-08159-I. Mr. Ramirez, can you let the, was there an accident involved and what DWI arrest number is this?
There was no accidents, first DWI, and PTD eligible, Your Honor.
That is correct, Judge. We'd respectfully request that the request for the interlock device be denied, Your Honor.
Okay. In light of that, the court will deny the state's request for an alcohol monitoring device. And how much time are you requesting, Mr. Ortegon?
30 to 45 days would be perfect, Your Honor.
Okay. December 7th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. And I do have that other client, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Ortiz is excused, and let me call Alana Villarreal's case. And on CR 21-04336-I, Mr. Ramirez, that's number 42 on the court's docket. Was there an accident, and what number of DWI arrest is this?
This is the first DWI, and this involved marijuana, not alcohol, Your Honor.
Alleged is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is gonna-
30 to 45 as well, Judge, on behalf of Mr.
Okay, the court is going to order Ms. Villarreal to be on a drug patch. She has to report tomorrow. And then depending on the results, we'll see if she needs to get another one or how many she has to get after that.
I'll advise Mr. Munoz of that, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Villarreal, what is your phone number?
My phone number is 956-802-5886. Also, I'm currently not residing in Hidalgo County. I'm currently living in San Antonio, so I don't know if that would make a difference in where I can pick up the patch or not.
What are you doing in San Antonio?
Oh, I'm just working. Like I moved up here. The court took too long to get back to me, and I said I'm not putting my life on hold.
Well,
Your Honor,
we're not the only ones. Yeah, no, she already made a comment, so now she's going to deal with me. It's not that the court took too long, because I have no way of knowing what's going on with your case.
With
However,
Corona and stuff.
if so, it's not my fault.
No, I know. I wasn't blaming you, ma'am.
Ms. Villarreal, please let the judge speak. Just let her talk, please.
You're going to receive a call from the probation department. So when that probation department will let you know where it is that you're going to report for the drug patch. If it is not possible for us to work with an agency up there to get the drug patch, you will be ordered to come down and report in person to the probation department here. Okay?
Okay.
I've been Mr. Munoz, Your Honor, and Ms. Villarreal, I will have him call you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ortegon. Anything else?
That's all I have, Judge. I appreciate it. That may my clients and I be excused, Judge.
Yes, sir.
You have a great one, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Salinas on CR 20-09995-I on Raul Quintanilla. So, Mr. Ramirez, can you please let the court know, was there any accident involved and what number of DWI arrest is this? We're back on number 20.
I have no accidents, no priors to this first DWI, but he does have a felony pending in the same transaction.
So he has a felony pending?
As a possession of controlled substance in the same transaction.
May I address the court, Your Honor, on that?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
That was THC. It was a vape that was found, and that is no longer a violation or a Controlled Substances Act of Texas, Your Honor.
Okay. So,
and Your Honor, if I may, and I apologize for interrupting the court, if I may, this is his first DWI, no accident. He's been awaiting arraignment for 14 months. He has had absolutely no interaction with any law enforcement agency, ma'am.
Okay. So at this time, the court will deny the state's request for a mobile alcohol monitoring device.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, if I may, I believe a drug patch or continuous UAs would be more appropriate in this case.
Why? He was with a vape.
It was a THC vape, correct?
Yes, but is it the THC, the level that is illegal, Mr. Salinas?
I'm not sure that, I mean, that's.
We would represent to the court that it is not, Your Honor, and it will probably take ages before their lab does anything, if ever. Most of these cases on vape have not been prosecuted. I would represent that to the court.
We'll defer to the court, Your Honor.
Okay. So, we're not doing anything. We're not doing a drug patch or UAs at this time. I'm denying the state's request with respect to the mobile alcohol monitoring device. And Mr. Salinas, how much time do you need?
Please, the court, Your Honor, if the state responds promptly to our motion for discovery on Michael Morton, which will be filed today. 45 days should be sufficient, Your Honor.
Okay. And we'll go ahead with December the 16th at 9:30.
Very well, Your Honor, this concludes my business for this honorable court. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Galvan on CR 20-06917-I and CR 20-06915-I. On these, I'm going to order the mobile alcohol monitoring device unless your client already has one. Do you know?
Judge, I don't believe he has one, but we'll
Okay.
make sure that he gets one.
Okay, so he'll be ordered to get a mobile alcohol monitoring device under CR 20-06917-I. And he'll have to do it by Tuesday. And Mr. Quiroga, what is your phone number?
It's 956-314-2511, Your Honor.
Okay. And
Thank
Ms.
you, Judge.
Galvan, how much time are you requesting?
Judge, he does have a felony pending. I'm asking for the most amount of time possible for a status.
Okay. We'll do December the 16th. That's the last setting I have before the end of the year at 9:30. Unless there's a violation that's reported, then I'll bring him in sooner.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Okay. And Mr. Quiroga, you're excused as well.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
Okay. Ms. Mount on CR 20-05060-I. So on this one, Mr. Ramirez, was there an accident, and what number of arrest is this?
What number on the docket, Your Honor?
It's number
30.
Your Honor, from my reading of the report, there was not an accident, and this is a Class B misdemeanor.
This is for number 33, Your Honor?
30. Reina's the last name.
Okay, thank you. I'm looking at the notes. She is correct, Your Honor. I don't see an accident. But I'm not showing that her client is PTD eligible, but there was no accidents.
Okay. So, but it's the first DWI arrest, right?
Correct.
Okay. And so the court will deny the state's request, and I will not order a mobile alcohol monitoring device. It's already been a long day. Okay, Ms. Mount, how much time are you requesting?
30 days.
All right. November 30th at 9:30?
9:30. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all the business.
Yes, you and your client may be excused. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Fonseca on CR 21-03799-I.
Yes, Your Honor, this is a first-time DWI offense. I have a very similar announcement to Mr. Salinas, just to save the court a little bit of time. I believe that it would be discretionary to the court as far as the alcohol monitoring device. We're asking that the court deny the state's request.
Okay, and I'll allow the state to respond.
We have no objection. There was no accident, Your Honor. Just want the court to note that there is 2 felonies pending for possession of controlled substance. That's still an intake.
Okay, but what was the substance?
This was a different transaction. The substance was, I believe, THC, but I'm not 100% certain, Your Honor.
So when he got stopped for this DWI, Mr. Fonseca, was it the THC vape deal?
Yes, it was that's my understanding, but the basis of the arrest was due to alcohol. But again, it was a first-time DWI, Class B misdemeanor, no accident.
Okay, so on the 2 felonies that are pending, is it one of them related to the THC vape?
I believe so. I think they both are, Your Honor. I'm not 100% sure. We don't have discovery at this time.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, at this time, I'm not going to order a drug patch or a UA, but I'm going to deny the state's request for an alcohol monitoring device, given that it's his first DWI and no accident. And how much time are you requesting?
About 45 days, Your Honor.
December 16th at 9:30.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. May me and my client be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
Likewise, Mr. Ornelas on CR 21-03911-I for Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Mr. Ramirez.
We have no accident, first DWI. The defendant is PTD eligible.
That is correct, Your Honor. We're asking the court to deny the state's request and asking for a setting for December the 16th, Your Honor. December 16th.
Okay. The court will deny the state's request for an alcohol monitoring device. I will set you for December the 16th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. May both of us be excused, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Banker, on CR 21-04243-I. Oh, let me see. He's having some problems. One moment, Mr. Sosa Chavez. Mr. Banker, did you make it in?
I'm here, Judge.
Okay. So that's on CR 21-04243-I. Okay, and the state, was there an accident or?
No accident, Your Honor. First DWI, and the defendant is PTD eligible.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, the court will deny the state's request for an alcohol monitoring device. And Mr. Banker, how much time are you requesting?
60 days.
Okay, December 16th at 9:30.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, and thank you for your patience.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Gonzalez on CR 21-04572-I. Okay, can the state tell me, was there an accident involved, and what number of DWI arrests is this?
There was a no accident, first DWI, and he is a PTD eligible.
Okay, the court will deny the state's request for an alcohol monitoring device. Ms. Gonzalez, how much time are you requesting? Ms. Gonzalez? I'll have to recall your case, Mr. Soto. Okay, on CR 20-09420-I, Mr. Luna. And the state,
Yes, Judge.
okay, go ahead, Mr. Ramirez.
There was no accident, Your Honor, but I believe this was the first DWI, but there was a felony pending, same transaction, possession of controlled substance.
Okay, Mr. Luna, do you have a response?
Yes, Judge, I still believe he is a PTD eligible. I don't believe he has any record aside from these two charges. We're asking that the court does not order the interlock device or at-home device either.
Okay, and what was the substance that he?
living in your house.
What was the?
Sorry,
substance?
Judge, that was me. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me just finish with this with Mr. Luna, and then I'll recall you.
And the substance I'm not certain, Your Honor.
Neither am I, Judge. We have not received any discovery to get to that point.
Okay. So at this time, the court will deny the state's request for a mobile alcohol monitoring device and not require any drug patch or UA at this time. Mr. Luna, how much time are you requesting?
Since there is a pending felony, Judge, I would request 60 days.
Okay, let's come back on December the 16th at 9:30.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing further today, Judge. May me and my client be excused.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Gonzalez on CR 21-04572-I. Okay, Mr. Ramirez, what says the state?
What number is on the docket, Your Honor?
38.
Apologize, Your Honor. 38, there's no accidents. First DWI. Oh, this was the one previous. I apologize.
Okay.
They are PTD eligible.
Okay, Ms. Gonzalez, at this time, I will deny the state's request for a mobile alcohol monitoring device. How much time are you asking for?
Judge, this is on Armando Soto, correct?
Yes.
On this one, Judge, he's already been approved for PTD. We submitted his application proactively. However, we are seeking an ADR. I have made some time to meet with Mr. Michael Garza. So if we can come back, Judge, in I would say 3 weeks would be ideal.
Okay, the earliest I have is November 30th at 9:30.
9:30. Perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Heller on CR 21-06335-I.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, for Mr. Vilches, the court is granting the state's request for an alcohol monitoring device unless your client already has one.
Judge, my client does have one, but this is his first arrest. He is also PTD eligible.
Okay. Who does he have his device with?
Mr. Vilches?
Smart Start.
Okay, Ms. Soto, have you been receiving any reports on his behalf yet?
No, Judge, I will request them, Judge.
Okay. Then I'm gonna see him back here on November the 30th at 9:30. He's to maintain that alcohol monitoring device. And what is your phone number, sir?
956-667-1242.
Okay, the probation department will contact you at their earliest convenience, sir. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Heller, anything else?
Nothing further, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Judge, have a good day.
Likewise, CR 21-07015-I on Maria Luisa Villarreal. What says the state?
We have, there was a no accident, Your Honor. First DWI, the defendant is PTD eligible.
Okay,
Correct, Your Honor.
right, then the court will deny the state's request for an alcohol monitoring device. And Mr. Peña, how much time are you requesting, sir?
I think December 16th would be fine, Judge.
Okay, December 16th at 9:30. If your client is ready for placement instead, then let us know. We'll change you to the 1:30 docket.
Appreciate it, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Villarreal, so then on CR 20-02140-I, Attorney Jose Gonzalez. On this, what does the state, what says the state?
There was no accident, Your Honor. First DWI, but I'd like to bring to the court's attention, there was a visible beer can inside the vehicle. So I'd like the court to take this under consideration.
Okay, was there anyone else in the vehicle?
No, Your Honor. I believe it was only the defendant.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, any response?
Your Honor, yes, thank you, Judge. The only thing that I would bring to the court's attention is that back in May, we did file a motion to modify the condition of his bond. He was arrested almost 2 years ago, Judge, and since that time, he has had an interlock device in his car. He is a full-time student and he does have a part-time job. However, Judge, we had filed that modification for your consideration because it is quite expensive for his station in life at the moment, and so we were asking that you modify that bond, Judge. And since he's had it, he's had nothing but successful results with the machine. And at this time, I think we're also set for that motion today, Judge. But it sounds like just in the housekeeping of your files that our motion might be moot. So we would ask for the court's consideration to have that interlock device removed from his vehicle.
Okay, so then can my staff verify, was there an order setting hearing signed for today on the motion to modify as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so then Ms. Soto, have you been receiving any reports on Mr. Villarreal?
No, Judge, but I can request them if I get the name of the vendor.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, because Mr. Villarreal has been on the device for quite some time, I do need to see his history. And for whatever reason, they haven't been sent over to the probation department on behalf of the vendor. So I need to, but I will give you a quick setting and we'll reset your motion to modify to, do we still have any slots available for next Thursday, Ms. Rivera?
Judge, that'll be okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll do it for October the 28th at actually, since it's on the motion to modify, it'll be at 9:30. By then, we should be able to give Ms. Soto the report and then we'll revisit that issue at that time. So I just won't hear anything on it nor issue a ruling. We'll just go ahead and wait for it till next Thursday. So Mr. Villarreal, can you give me a phone number, please?
956-802-2914.
Okay, and who was your device with?
Intoxilog.
Okay. Okay, sir. We'll see you next Thursday.
May we be excused, Judge?
Yes, you may be excused.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So before we move on to the pleas, so Ms. Needwitz, I had called out your name a few times earlier and for whatever reason, I don't know why. I don't know if you didn't hear or.
No, Judge, I think I thought I heard it, but I wasn't sure, so I just waited.
Okay, is your client present?
Yes, he is, Your Honor.
Okay, is he Spanish speaking or English speaking?
English, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Garza, please turn on your camera. Alejandro Garza. Turn on your camera? Okay. So on, I had also called out the name, the Martin Salinas.
Yes, Your Honor. I've been logged on.
Yes, no, I know you have, but who Martin Salinas was?
I've been logged on since we started court.
Okay, I called your name out 3 times.
I
and
said,
you didn't respond.
yes, I even raised my hand, Your Honor, when you asked.
Because when I'm calling out the names, I'm not looking at the monitor unless somebody is, I can't do both. So unless my staff or someone points out or the attorney or somebody says that the client is present and raising their hand, I won't be able to see it.
Right. Hey, sure. I know I off, so that's kind of.
I'm sorry?
My mic, I made sure it was on since it started, so I don't know how that went about.
Okay, so we'll call you. Let me finish with the plea.
Sure, no problem.
All right, so then I have Jose Dimas Jr. Are you still present? Jose Dimas Jr. Oh, that's gonna be a transfer, right? Okay.
Your Honor, on the jail cases, I'm not sure if there was a glitch, but they didn't show up, Judge. So if you like, I can get in contact with them and we'll be resetting them to Tuesday.
Okay.
And Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Oh, sorry, this is Attorney Jonathan Munoz. So are we going to skip Mr. Salinas?
No, let me finish with the pleas because I already admonished them for the beginning. So I just need to do a few more things and get the recs. Yeah. And then, because if not, then I'm going to start over with you all. And so let me just finish with them. So I have Jose Cruz Gonzalez.
Judge. Yes,
Mr.
I'm
Ramirez,
here.
yes. Okay, hold on. Mr. Ramirez, I also called out your client, Robert Lozano, several times, and I never got a response.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's been texting me, Your Honor, and I didn't hear it either. I'm sorry. He is online and available. We're ready for arraignment.
But where? Because I don't see him.
Let me see. I scanned it earlier and I saw it, but
Mr. Reina, you're excused, sir. Your attorney already made the announcement. You already answered all the questions. So you can log off.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, bye.
Okay. I don't have Robert Lozano Jr. on. And Ms. Needswitz, while we're waiting, you might want to call your client and tell him to get his camera on, please.
Yes, Judge, we're doing that as we speak. Thank you.
Okay,
Yes, I'm right here, ma'am.
okay. But, so then let's go,
Mr. Lozano's told me he's logged in, Your Honor, but I can't. I'm scrolling through and
is he logged into the right hearing?
Yes, ma'am, I'm
there
right
he
here.
is. There he
Where?
is.
Okay. I called your name several times, sir, already.
Oh, it's probably on mute, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll take you up shortly, okay?
Sorry about that, Your Honor.
Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so Jose Cruz Gonzalez stated that he is present. Veronica Lopez, are you present still? Veronica Lopez? Oh, she's with Mrs. And then we have Nicole Salinas has not reported.
Yes, Your Honor.
She reported?
Oh, no, Your Honor, I was just
Okay,
confirming that it's not recorded.
And okay, and Joel Solis Martinez is Spanish speaking. So now, so we only have Jose Cruz Gonzalez, Veronica Yvette Lopez, and Joel Solis Martinez. All right. So all of you have the right to an attorney and the right to a trial by jury. You can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document with the court. Did you have an opportunity to review the document with your attorney before signing it? Mr. Jose Cruz Gonzalez, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Veronica Lopez, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda?
Okay. Mr. Solís Martínez tiene derecho
I can't, we lost you, Ms. Castañeda. We lost you. Your audio is lost for some reason. Señor Solís Martínez, usted tiene un derecho de un abogado que lo represente y también para un juicio. Usted entendió que cuando firmó el documento diciendo que usted no quería un juicio por jurados, ¿usted entendió el documento que está que firmó?
Sí.
Yes. Okay. So did you understand, Mr. Jose Cruz Gonzalez, that when you signed that you're waiving a right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
And Ms. Veronica Lopez, yes or no?
Yes.
The court will accept your waiver of trial by jury. The court, do you understand that if the punishment that I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, you will need this court's permission? You will need this court's permission if you decide to file an appeal. Do you understand that, Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Lopez, do you understand that?
No, I don't.
Okay, so your attorney.
Actually, I just want to plead guilty. That's why.
I understand, and we'll get to that. But do you understand that?
Can you hear me now?
Now I can. Okay. Do you understand that of the punishment I assess? In other words, if I do not give you a punishment that is more than what the state is recommending, you'll need my permission to file an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, will you please translate for Mr. Solis Martinez?
Yes, Judge. Which part are you at, Judge? I'm sorry.
The part where if he understands that the punishment that I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, he will need the court's permission if he decides to file an appeal.
Mr. Joel Solís Martínez, entiende que si el castigo que voy a evaluar, si el castigo no excede la recomendación del Estado, usted va a necesitar el permiso de esta corte si usted decide presentar una apelación. ¿Entendió usted eso?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. So do you further understand that I do not have to accept the recommendation of the state, Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Lopez?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Solis Martinez?
También entiende que la Corte no tiene que aceptar la recomendación del Estado.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Then at this time, I need to ask you, Mr. Gonzalez, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lopez, are you a U.S., Ms. Lopez, I'm sorry, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Solis Martinez, are you a U.S. citizen?
Mr. Solís Martínez, ¿es usted ciudadano americano?
No.
No.
Okay. Knowing if you are not a U.S. citizen, then entering a plea or no contest will result in your deportation, exclusion, or admission from our country and denial of naturalization under federal law. Do you understand the consequences of your plea?
Entonces, si usted no es ciudadano americano, esta petición va a resultar en su deportación, expulsión de este país y negación de naturalización. ¿Entiende usted las consecuencias de su petición?
Sí.
Yes.
And understanding the consequences, are you still wanting to move forward with your plea today?
Y conociendo sus consecuencias, quiere proseguir a hoy con su petición.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. In CR 21-03737-I, State of Texas versus Jose Cruz Gonzalez, or to the offense of driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15, a Class A misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
In CR 20-2247-I, the State of Texas versus Veronica Yvette Lopez, for the offense of possession or use of an inhalant, ingest, or volatile chemical, a Class B misdemeanor. How do you plead, ma'am? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
On CR 15-01334-I, in the State of Texas versus Joel, it's Martinez Solis, and it'll have to be amended to Solis Martinez for the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
En el estado de Texas se encuentra Joel Solís Martínez con un cargo de manejar en estado de ebriedad. ¿Cómo se declara culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
And are you all pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Mr. Gonzalez, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Lopez, yes or no?
What's it?
Are you pleading guilty
Yes.
freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, will you please translate for Mr. Solis Martinez?
Mr. Solís Martínez, ¿está usted declarando culpable libre y voluntariamente?
Sí.
Yes.
And the court will accept your pleas as being freely and voluntarily given. I will call for state's evidence at this time.
State offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as State's Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk and needs assessments as State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. And state would also request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence that has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate the plea of guilty.
Okay, any objections, Mr. Chagani?
No objection, so stipulated, Your Honor.
Mr. Osuna?
No objection, so agreed, stipulated.
Mr. Nitch?
Same announcement, Your Honor.
All right, there being no objection from defense counsel. As to the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. In cause number CR 21-03737-I, in the State of Texas versus Jose Cruz Gonzalez, to the offense of driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15, a Class A misdemeanor. It is a judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. And what is the state's recommendation?
The state recommends a $400 fine plus court cost, plus 1 year Hidalgo County jail, probated over 16 months, plus an alcohol class, plus a defensive driving class, plus 8 months mobile alcohol monitoring device, plus 90-day Texas driver's license suspension, plus 30 community service hours, and the MAT impact panel, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that's not the recommendation that was provided to me, and the judgment does not reflect that. The community supervision period is to be for 1 year, and the device is to be for, I believe, half that time.
Mr. Ramirez, the recommendation I have on my notes does not reflect what you put on the record. The recommendation that I have on my notes, it's a $400 fine plus court costs, 1 year in jail and 12 months probation, alcohol class, and
I do apologize, Your Honor. This was an outdated note. If you may, let me go ahead and repeat it correctly for the record.
yes, go ahead.
The state's recommendation in this case, Your Honor, is a $400 fine plus court costs plus 1 year Hidalgo County jail probated over 1 year, plus alcohol course, plus a defensive driving course, plus the mobile device for 6 months, 90 days Texas driver's license suspension, 30 community service hours, and the MAD impact panel, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Chugani, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. First off, the simple ones, if we can waive condition 7 and give him permission to leave the county. I would also further ask for any consideration on the fine and court costs. Judge, my client was, in my opinion, eligible for PTD. He was denied. He has a prior 1999, I think it was evading, and then he had a 2012 DWI allegation that was not charged as a DWI. He pled to a reckless driving and was convicted on reckless driving. So technically, we're here on his first DWI. He was also rejected DWI court. So with that in mind, Your Honor, I would just ask the court to give any consideration on the fine and court costs. He is employed, Your Honor, so I would ask the court to waive the community service recommendation. As well, Your Honor, I know, the state standard rec is alcohol class, defensive driving, MAD impact panel. I'd ask the court, to consider removing one of those requirements. It seems a little bit redundant, especially on the circumstances in this case. Lastly, Your Honor, the mobile alcohol monitoring device, I understand it's a class A. If I'm correct, I don't believe the mobile is statutorily required on a class A. I believe interlock is required. He's had his interlock since February without any violations. So we would ask the court to just keep that requirement going while he's on probation. And that would terminate my request to the court, Your Honor.
Okay, so why is he requesting to leave the county? Does he work outside the county?
Judge, he does drive for Uber Eats. I normally ask for this request just in the abundance of caution due to employment, Judge. So he does travel around the county, Your Honor, outside of Hidalgo. I wouldn't say it's a frequent thing, but just in an abundance of caution. And I did advise him, Your Honor, if the court would not grant that at this moment, that he can speak to the probation department if and when he does require to leave the county.
Okay, so Mr. Ramirez, do you want to respond?
I have no objection to the interlock device. If anyone wants to keep that's perfectly fine with the state. As for the rest of the recommendations, we defer to the court, Your Honor.
Okay. So the court will order that the fine be $200 plus court costs. Those will be paid within 90 days. And also he'll do the MAD impact panel. And he won't be required to do the alcohol course, but he will have to do the defensive driving course.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the 90-day Texas driver's license suspension will run concurrent with any DPS suspension. The interlock device will remain in place. I will grant his request for work to leave the county so that he can work. And who do you have your interlock device with?
It's Lifesaver, Your Honor.
Okay. By any chance, do you have any reports?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were cutting out on my side. I didn't hear.
Do you have any reports on him?
You're on mute, Ms. Soto.
You're on mute, Ms. Soto.
I'm sorry, does he also go by Jose Sepulveda Gonzalez?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is there anyone, I'm sorry, Judge, I don't have reports on him. I have reports for another Jose Gonzalez. Not for
Okay,
him.
well, Mr. Gonzalez, can I get a phone number for you?
Yes, Your Honor. It's area code 701-264-0600.
All right, anything else, Mr. Trugani?
Nothing else, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, y'all have a great day and thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right, in CR 20-2247-I, the state of Texas versus Veronica Yvette Lopez for the offensive possession or use of or to inhale and ingest a volatile chemical, a Class B misdemeanor. It is the judgment of the court, ma'am, that you are guilty as charged. And what is the state's recommendation?
The state recommends a $200 fine plus court cost plus 180 days Hidalgo County Jail, probated over 18 months, plus the drug education class, plus 20 community service hours, and plus a substance abuse treatment facility, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Osuna, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor, the court may have sensed some eagerness on Ms. Lopez's behalf. Ms. Lopez does recognize he has issues. As a matter of fact, she agreed to the SATF condition surprisingly quick. I met with her on 3 separate occasions to confirm that she knew what she was getting into, and she does. She mentioned she knows she has issues and she wants to resolve them. She did spend a considerable amount of time in jail, Your Honor. Odyssey reflects 37 days. We would humbly ask for consideration on costs in light of those circumstances. We do have similar concerns that Mr. Shubani did. She's going to be doing SATF, so we do feel that the drug education class, in light of that circumstance, is somewhat arbitrary. Additionally, she is on disability, so we would humbly ask if the court would consider waiving the community service hours upon proof that she is in fact disabled.
Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead and it'll be a 0 fine, 0 court cost. And since she'll be doing SATF, she will not have to do the drug education course. I will waive the 20 CSR hours. The rest of the recommendation I will follow.
Judge, if I may, we need a start date for the SATF. There's no start date on the judgment.
Okay, Mr. Osuna, what start date are you looking at?
Your Honor, I admonished my client that beds aren't always immediately available. My anticipation was that probation would actually recommend a start date, and my client is prepared to go at any time. She's not employed. She does have the support of 2 sisters who are going to help her with her personal matters. So we would defer to any time that beds are available. She'd like to start sooner than later, if at all possible.
Judge, if I may, we can do instancer. She does have to go in for temperature checks, and then they will let her know when to report to SATF.
Will she hear from you, Ms. Soto, like next week or something?
I'm sorry?
Will she hear from you like tomorrow or next week or something? That's what I anticipated.
I can give her a call tomorrow, but we do need a start date on the judgment.
Oh.
Can we just do the start date for Monday?
We can do instancer, Judge, and then take it from there.
Okay, that's fine. And what's your phone number? Ms. Lopez, what's your phone number?
My message phone is 261 with the area code of 831-261-2578.
Okay. All right. Best of luck to you.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Covarrubias, you finished?
Yes, ma'am.
You already finished, unless you're staying on to see the rest of the proceedings.
Okay, you didn't tell me if I'm gonna get the what's called the I don't remember the little thing for alcohol.
He's
You
not
didn't tell,
certified, Your Honor.
you haven't told me.
Yes, I said that you didn't have to because it was your first arrest. And
Oh
it
my
was
God.
an accident.
I was waiting. I was like waiting for you.
It's okay. Everybody ends up waiting for me and everybody says the same thing. Oh my God.
Oh my God. So I don't have anything like because it's my first time.
This is your job. Just behave. Just follow the law. and we'll see you back on December the 16th at 9:30. I just thought you wanted to see the rest since you had so much fun earlier.
I love school. I was gonna go to school.
Well, get to school. Go see what work you have to make up.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, take care. All right, CR 1501334-I, the state of Texas versus Joel Solis Martinez. It is a judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. Ms. Castañeda?
Ms. Castañeda, you're on mute.
Joel Solís Martínez es la sentencia de la corte que es usted culpable de los cargos que está acusado.
Okay, and what is the state's recommendation?
The state recommends a $200 fine plus court costs plus 180 days Hidalgo County jail probated over 9 months, plus alcohol class, plus a drug education class, plus an interlock device, plus 90 days Texas driver's license suspension, plus 20 community service hours, and open restitution. And the state will stipulate that with this plea, we will dismiss the CR 21-06935-I.
Okay, Mr. Nitch, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. On behalf of my client, I have 3 requests. First being, he did spend several days in the Hidalgo County Jail, and so we're requesting consideration on the fine and court costs. Secondly, the intoxicating substance in this case was THC. So asking the court to possibly consider waiving the alcohol classes and just requiring the drug education classes. Lastly, Your Honor, my client does work on a full-time basis, and so requesting consideration of community service hours.
Okay, so his fine will be reduced to $100 plus court costs. He'll just do the drug education course. We'll grant his request to waive the alcohol course. And as long as he's employed full-time, I'll waive the 20 CSR hours. His 90-day Texas driver's license suspension will run concurrent with any DPS administrative suspension. And does he already have a device, or is he just getting this device for the first time?
He is just getting it for the first time, Your Honor.
Okay, and so he'll have to get that interlock device 48 hours from the time he receives the order, because I don't think he can, I don't know if he can get it as part of this until he gets the signed order. And Ms. Castañeda, please ask him for his phone number.
Mr. Solís Martínez, por favor, nos da su número de teléfono.
Es 956-442-2916.
956-442-2916.
Okay. If nothing else, you all are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, let me see. We're going to go on to the arraignments that we had, but we are going to take a 5-minute break.
Interesting. Okay, I'll go back up to it. It's 422.
Okay, let me see if Ms. Wellborn is ready. Before we get back on, while we're waiting for Ms. Wellborn, I just need to make sure. So, Mr. Munoz, who do you have here?
Your Honor, I'm here for Martin Salinas III. He's number 35 in your docket, and there's also another case with him that's on 36, but that's with Mr. Henry Bustos.
Okay, so, okay, Ms. Wellborn, are you ready? Okay, great. All right, we're back on the record. Okay, so then you do not represent him on the CR 20-09597-I?
To me, Your Honor?
Yes.
Oh, no, just the 03728I.
Oh, okay, so then, and Mr. Bustos, so, all right. And then Ms. Needwitz, your client, what number are you?
On the docket, I am not sure. It's Alejandro Garza, CR 21-04012I.
Okay, number 9. Just that way, we always attach the docket to the link, so you should be able to have it. So that's number 9 on the court's docket. Okay, and then Mr. Ramirez, you have your client on as well? Mr. Ramirez.
88, Ramirez?
Yes, Judge. I'm sorry, number 18.
Okay, Dennis Ramirez. Sorry, I didn't realize I actually have 3 of you on. All right. Okay. So Vincent Ramirez, he was on. And then I lost him. Okay, Mr. Chidas?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Chidas, your attorney's not on yet, so I can't arraign you unless you want to call him and ask him. I saw him jump in, but.
Okay, yeah, I did give a call about like 15 minutes ago. They just told me to wait.
Okay, well, we're about to finish. So, Mr. Vincent Ramirez, have you, your attorney also is not on, sir. So have you called Mr. Munoz's office? Vincent? Okay, okay. So the defendants that we do have represented here with counsel are Alejandro Garza, Roberto Lozano Jr., and Martin Salinas III. Is that correct? Okay. So do any of you need the services of an interpreter?
No.
All
No.
right. Okay. Make sure Mr. Garza, Mr. Salinas, and Mr. Lozano that you leave your phones on unmuted, okay? So let me ask you to raise your right hand. No. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Alejandro Garza, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Robert Lozano Jr., yes or no?
Yes.
Martin Salinas III, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can all lower your hands. In CR 21-04012-I, in the state of Texas versus Alejandro Garza, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
In CR 21-03791-I, the state of Texas versus Robert Lozano Jr., is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
In CR 21-03728-I, the state of Texas versus Martin Salinas III, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, and Mr. Alejandro Garza, you are being charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15, which is a Class A misdemeanor. Mr. Lozano, you are being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. Mr. Salinas, you are being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. A Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. For those of you that are charged with a Class A misdemeanor, that carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you are charged, Mr. Alejandro Garza? Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lozano, yes or no?
Yes.
Mr. Salinas, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that, I'm sorry, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane? Yes or no, Mr. Garza?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Lozano, yes or no? Mr. Lozano, yes or no? Is something wrong with your audio?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Okay.
fixed right.
All right, I can hear you now. So has any court declared you to be incompetent?
No.
Okay. And Mr. Salinas, yes or no?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Counselors, in speaking with your clients, do you find them to be mentally competent and able to assist you in their own defense? Ms. Neeswitz?
Yes, Your Honor, my client is competent and able to assist me in his defense.
Okay, Mr. Dennis Ramirez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Munoz?
Yes, the same announcement as to Mr. Salinas.
Then the court will find the other defendants to be mentally competent and able to assist their attorneys in their own defense, and will enter a plea of not guilty on each offense of which they are charged and being arraigned on today. So Ms. Neeswitz, how much time are you requesting, ma'am?
I'd say 30 days should be sufficient, Your Honor.
November 30th. Do you want the plea docket or the status docket?
The plea docket, Your Honor, the state has already made an offer.
Okay.
Your Honor, are you taking state announcements on this case?
I was, yes, but I was just gonna order the device, so. So, because statutorily, it is, a class A misdemeanor and it's a blood alcohol, offense of greater than 0.15. I am going to order you at least from now until the time that you come back, Mr. Garza, that you get an interlock device. And I need a phone number for you.
Your Honor, I already have the safety check app,
Okay, what do you have, interlock or mobile?
the mobile, ma'am.
Okay, and what, Ms. Soto, by any chance, do you have any reports on him?
No, I don't, Judge.
Okay, I'll allow for the mobile device to stay on, but I do need a phone number for you.
It's 956-295-8892.
Okay, so Ms. Soto is going to contact the vendor and ask for a report, and it'll be given to me prior to your hearing on November the 30th. Okay, anything else?
That's all we have before the honorable court, Your Honor. May we be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So Mr. Dennis Ramirez, go ahead, Mr. Carlos Ramirez, go ahead and make the state's announcement on this first.
Your Honor, this was a one-car accident, no restitution, but this was a second DWI.
Okay. Mr. Dennis Ramirez, any response?
Yes, Your Honor. Dennis Ramirez on behalf of Mr. Lozano. We're contesting the allegation of a single vehicle accident, Your Honor. This is a Class B misdemeanor, and there's a prior DWI that was dismissed in 1990. He has had and he does have an interlock device. He's had it for 10 months now, without incident, without any issue, no law enforcement contact whatsoever, Your Honor. So I'm asking the court to consider the removal of the device after the court is able to determine from the court's officer the fact that he's had 0 violations.
Okay, and how much time are you requesting, Mr. Ramirez?
Your Honor, the December 16th date, I'm waiting for discovery. I had requested it, have not received it yet.
Okay, so the court's gonna order that Mr. Lozano remain on the ignition interlock device. And I will ask for a report to be pulled. And that, Mr. Lozano, who do you have that device with?
Safety check.
What is your phone number?
956-474-7103.
Okay, so then we'll see where we're at on December 16th as far as your report, and then we can take it from there, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, okay. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Salinas. All right, okay, so Mr. Munoz and Mr. Salinas, how much time are you requesting?
Your Honor, if we can get that mid-December date, that'd be.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, on behalf of the state, what are you requesting?
Request a mobile, Your Honor. You just have two DWIs in Hidalgo County.
Okay, Mr. Munoz, any response?
And just to clarify for the record, it's the 2 pending, including the one in which Mr. Bustos is representing him.
Yes, those are the 2 outstanding DWIs that Mr. Salinas has, the ones that are on the docket today? Yes, okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so the court, Mr. Salinas, do you already have a mobile alcohol monitoring device or an interlock device?
Yes, Your Honor. So long story short, I had the mobile device. I had the interlock in my vehicle. I did I lost my car in April. So I'm more than likely gonna have the mobile one. I don't have a vehicle at the moment.
Okay, so you don't have any alcohol monitoring device right now?
No, ma'am.
Okay, but you had been ordered to be on an interlock device?
Yeah, in my vehicle.
Okay. So he'll be ordered to get a mobile alcohol monitoring device, and that'll be by October the 26th?
Your Honor, is it, you said the mobile?
Yes.
And I don't know if this affects or anything, but he currently doesn't have a vehicle. So I
No,
don't know.
that's why I'm not ordering the interlock, but because he has 2 DWI arrests,
Sure.
the
Just do the-
statute requires an alcohol monitoring device.
Okay.
So he'll be ordered to get the mobile alcohol monitoring device by October the 26th. And you will come back on December the 16th at 9:30. And Mr. Salinas, what is your phone number?
My phone number is 956-778-0880.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Salinas, on your other arraignment, your other attorney, for whatever reason, I don't know, did he call in and ask for a reset on that?
He didn't. I figured he was gonna be on here as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're
Miss-
gonna have to, I guess you'll receive another setting for that date. We will notify your attorney and they should let you know.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you.
yes,
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Alvarez, what can we help you with, sir? Juan Alvarez?
Yes, Your Honor. I have Martin Valderas. It's a jail case, Judge.
Okay, the jail did not log in for whatever reason today, sir. So we're resetting all of those cases. I'm sorry.
What date, Your Honor?
We have to look to see, it might be it might be Tuesday, but I don't have it.
That's fine. I'm assuming the court will notify us. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, we will, sir.
May I
Thank
be
you.
excused?
Yes, yes, you may.
Be safe, Judge.
Likewise. Okay, Vincent, your attorney's not on, sir, so I'm not sure if you want to contact him. We have one more. Okay, so Mr. Chidas, I believe your attorney is on. Mr. Solis, what number are you on the court docket?
Judge, I'm sorry, I do not have that number for you, Judge. Judge,
Number 50, Judge.
I'm in federal trial mode, Judge. Sorry, I wasn't dealing with that, Judge.
Okay, I'm sorry, what number was it?
58, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Lozano, you're already excused. I mean, you're welcome to hang around, but. Okay, CR 20-08167-I, State of Texas versus Jose Omar Chidas. Mr. Chidas, please raise, oh, well, he was here for a plea. And it's not ready. So are you resetting his plea then?
Yes, Judge, we submitted a PTD app on this case. I'm not sure, I just need to finalize that, Judge. If you can give me a little bit of time, this will be a PTD case.
Okay, I do see that the PTD was approved. Is that
Correct,
what you're
Judge.
showing, Mr. Ramirez?
Yes, Your Honor. I also show that we did send the attorney paperwork.
Okay, so review the paperwork, Mr. Solis, and have Mr. Chidas sign off on it, and then that way, if they need to send you the payment letter and he gets his UA done and all that, we can get in place. So how much time are you asking for?
Judge, I'm gonna be requesting 2 weeks because I'm expecting to be in trial all of next week, Judge, so I'm not gonna be available.
Okay, the earliest I have anyway is November 30th at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Chidas, thank you for being patient. I know you were on, so it's November 30th at 1:30, sir.
No problem. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, hold on. Ms. Soto, do you have a report on Mr. Chidas?
Yes, Judge has his interlock with Lifesaver and there's no violations.
Okay, good job, Mr. Chidas. Can I get a phone number for you?
956-400-3155.
All right. Okay, thank you, sir. You all have a good day. Mr.
Thank you,
Solis,
Judge. Thank you. Sorry for my delay, Judge.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez. Vincent Ramirez. Okay, he didn't get into audio. So right now I have number 29 that there was defendant showed, but attorney did not. So we need to give that a new date. We can set him up. When was the next DWI arraignment? Was it December 9th?
Yes, ma'am.
And that'll be at 1:30?
Yes.
Okay. And before I forget, what's the open restitution date for number 65 on the court's docket?
For number 65, Judge, we have November the 18th at 9:30.
Okay, just for your notes, Mr. Ramirez and Mr. Sosa.
Thank you, Your Honor.
November 18th at 9:30. Okay, number 36. We need to move that also to December the 9th at 1:30. And then I believe the rest are jail cases. Okay. Number 64, I have as a no-show. And is that the only nice side that I'm showing?
I believe so, Judge.
Okay, go ahead and call out that name.
Ma'am. Nicole Salinas, Nicole Salinas, Nicole Salinas.
Okay, that defendant's name being called out 3 times and no response. What says the state?
They requested a judgment NISI be granted, a KPS issued, and all bonds forfeited for this no-show defendant.
Okay, that'll be so granted. All right, that concludes this afternoon's docket.